Yeah.
I always wanted to work at a sewer plant too.
Imagine if you... what? Why?
What?
A sewer plant.
Yeah.
Why?
There's
When I was growing up, my dad ran the sewer plant, so
there's one right next to my work.
I thought that was going to be like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. Like, I want to see the Turtles.
I see the Turtles too. Or I always asked my dad to bring the Turtles home.
Do you know who the 4 turtles are?
Michelangelo.
Ooh.
Raphael.
Oh.
Hold on.
Jake.
No, I'm not.
From State Farm?
Hold on, I went out of order here.
Jake and Bill.
Mario Luigi. That's right.
Mario Luigi.
That's Mario Kart.
I know that there's a rat.
And Master Steve.
Master Splinter. Master Splinter.
Oh, you're 3 for 5.
Man, pizza.
He named the pizza before the others. Wait, which 2 turtles did you get? Michelangelo and who? Raphael? So you named the pizza before... This is exactly why you're here, Jefferson.
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so huge. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them. And Jed Vargo.
He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either.
So sit back.
Mike, are you... Listen to me.
Relax.
Say, transform and roll out.
And enjoy the show.
131. Wow.
Yeah, of the infamous Blackout and Shout show. We have a special guest star tonight, Andrew from...
Radio Free Cybertron.
Thank you. Introduce yourself.
I'm a diecast from Radio Free Cybertron.
And what do you do for a living, diecast?
I'm a motor vehicle damage appraiser.
And what do you do for Radio City Cybertron?
Radio Free.
Radio Free City? Radio Free Cybertron. I know. I
Still have it by the end of the
talk?
It's a bad thing. Yeah.
I have opinions.
Cool. Oh, we also have a very special guest star this evening. He's been
Give them both microphones.
he's been
Get it in stereo.
I can't turn it. I can't turn it. He's been on a missionary program for the past 6-7 months.
Yeah.
In Zimbabwe, but he has returned because of the seasons.
Welcome back, Jefferson.
Hey, Jefferson.
The vocal cords were nice and arrested for that.
Did the Tibetan monks teach you that?
Yes, the vocal calming.
Yeah, the Tibetan monks in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
There's not many of them in Zimbabwe. It's very rare.
It was more just the natives of the Hamburg area, which is kind of just like Zimbabwe.
The Cabellan monks.
The place I actually go is called Charlottesville, but
What have you been doing, Jefferson?
camping. I live every weekend in my camper.
Wow.
For a year and a half.
Yeah, in Zimbabwe. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to drive his camper
Since
there
March,
and back.
it's the last weekend of March. Yeah,
So you like the outdoors, I'm assuming.
I guess.
Do you build fires and shit? Or you just go someplace and walk
Really, I
around?
kind of just get high.
I'd get lost in the woods.
TV comes in on the antenna TV, so I got Hogan's Heroes. There's not much more else that I really need.
That's true.
Weed and Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah,
That's great.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah, because you can watch.
all you need.
You can watch the games. You can watch, whatever you want. Yeah, with
Yeah,
antenna
there's
free.
a lot of stuff on the antenna,
Yeah, man. I use an antenna at home too.
except for Monday Night Football.
That's true.
Wait, that's not up over the air?
No, it's
that's on
ESPN. ESPN is not on broadcast on the antenna.
Yeah.
Oh, Monday Night Football's on ESPN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you
How
been?
long's that been?
For a while.
Wow, 6
Probably.
years.
Okay, look, I haven't watched football since 2009.
Since the Vikings last broke his heart.
Yeah.
No, that was 2010. Actually, no, yeah, so I didn't watch since 2010. That's what it was. So 11 years I have not watched football.
We watched the Eagles-Vikings game together.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's only it doesn't count because the Eagles won that game.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to see you again,
Yeah,
Jefferson.
man.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys.
You look younger.
Well rested.
Yeah, Zimbabwe must have been good.
Yeah.
Good too.
Yeah, you know, I take it easy. I'm rested. I worked my ass off all week. I fucking
Yeah,
work
it's
hard,
you know.
work hard and play harder.
Ancient healing medicine from the Tibetan monks in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Imagine-
Oh, the Cabellan monks.
Imagine there's people in Zimbabwe right now listening to this podcast going, "Ooh, the white wolf is on."
Big gong chimes. Dong.
We don't have podcasts in Zimbabwe. Yeah. We don't get this. Do we have any listeners in Zimbabwe? Is that
It's probably we will now. Oh,
that was a good one?
yeah, that was good. So playing
We
Mario
missed you,
Kart.
Jefferson.
I wish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Not really, in a way. Yeah, you brought that up, huh?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't.
We really haven't even talked about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a?
Amongst, even we don't talk about
Oh, was that a painful?
it. I wouldn't say
It was a painful
it's
breakup.
just weird.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it's weird.
Oh, it's weird.
Weird.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
No more.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Ever since Gurman went crazy.
sorry, I didn't want to bring the show
But
down.
there was
Way to go, Jed.
We really thought we were going to hit 1 million races. I mean, we might have got close.
Is there a thing in the game that keeps track of the number of races you?
No,
Player.
we do the math in our head.
Oh, okay.
That's probably about 100,000, right?
No, but you got to assume you're probably up to like 30,000. Conservatively.
When we used to play Mario Kart, Jefferson often used Donatello the racer.
We
Yeah.
No, but you think Mario Kart's a thing of the past, man.
I'm gonna have to find a new game that
Yeah, you're gonna find
is
a game.
a new MK game.
Yeah.
We did more- we don't need Gurman to play Mario Kart.
No.
Uno,
Yeah.
competitive Uno.
It was like 15 years straight, and then all of a sudden it was like dead. Like it all came to a crashing.
Well, there's a new Mario Kart out. So you
Yeah,
can...
but that doesn't matter. Don't.
Wait, there's a new one? Like after 8?
No, 8. I mean, that's new to me.
Yeah, 8 was the one that we were.
Well, there's a new version of 8 on the Switch.
Yeah, but what is it? What's new about it though? Is there any?
It's on the Switch.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's
on the
new about it,
Switch.
but there
Why
is
it's
there's actually significant changes made to it as I recall. I just don't
You can
know
hold
what
in
they
your
are
hands
because
and play.
I couldn't care less about Mario Kart, but so
Who's next?
I was gonna ask Jefferson something else, and I forgot what it was. Oh, did you get any new tools?
I bought a truck.
That's the tool, yeah.
But does it transform?
It doesn't transform. Yeah, it's stupid. You pay all that money and it still doesn't transform.
And it's just a truck.
Yeah.
You got a bigger camper?
Yeah, I got a fifth wheel. I got a fifth wheel camper.
Is that the ones where you push the button and the side like opens up out like
I
that?
do it off my phone.
Oh man, that's cool.
that's actually really cool.
That
You
is
can make
cool.
it bigger from
so
your
the
phone.
the trailer transforms.
Yeah.
What?
They
It's
need
just-
that
it's
for
just
like
crazy.
ED. Like, hold on.
What it is,
instantly
it's
ready.
actually it's a sync on a sidecar, so you could just do Devastators.
Then the
Oh
antenna,
no, because since since last podcast I quit Devastators.
the antenna folds out and goes. "Root, root." TV turns on. Hogan.
Man,
Quit smoking cigarettes.
well, that's good.
So I quit cigarettes, Devs, and Wawa iced tea all in the same day.
I don't know how
Wow.
you quit Wawa iced tea and
Well, they don't
cigarettes.
have it anymore either. So
What?
Chetty posted pictures like 3 days in a row now with no Wawa tea.
Wow.
Yeah. Not to bring up Chetty, but he just posted pictures of. That's the only reason I know. I don't go to Wawa no more.
Wow.
Are you boycotting Wawa?
No, like I just realized how much money I was spending there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you spent a lot of money there.
Now I realize why I just spent $8,000 this year on weed so far.
The Wawa iced tea or weed? Sorry, iced tea. Sorry, Wawa.
Sorry, Wawa. Yeah.
Because they give you $140 back for $32,000 you spent at the dispensary.
You should make a parody of that for
$40 back.
You should make a parody of that for Facebook. Just put those pictures and say one of them has to go.
One of them has to go. Yeah.
Or two of them have to
I
go.
should have.
I didn't think about it, but it's a lot of money.
What was his name? Morpheus.
Yeah.
The red pill or the blue pill, but it would be like weed.
I love
Cheats or Wawa. Did you get one of those handheld tools at all?
Like a vape?
Sure, that's a tool. Yeah, it's like you mean like this? Yeah, yeah.
I always assume a vape is just for cigarettes. I mean,
No, there's
as a non-smoker.
There's inside here's an atomizer, and this is electric. So basically, it heats up the. Like you ever work on a diesel engine? You ever see a diesel glow plug?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, same idea. So you push the button, it'll light, basically atomizes the vape. You inhale it, comes out. It's just basically like kind of like water vapor or an inhaler, basically.
So you can smoke anything out of there.
You can smoke anything out of there, yeah. And you don't have to worry about getting fucking cancer.
Nicotine, weed, pork.
I think I got different variations. Too.
Blood.
Like I got different. We got little dart pods. We got little round pens.
You see the trench coat. I got some pods. I got some silverware. Got a camper.
No Debbie's. Fresh out of Debbie's.
Who are you? I'm Budman.
I can see him just laying in the camper playing with the button to open and close the side.
I would totally do that. I would totally break the shit out of it.
I would like to. I don't really put it in around. It stays in one spot. I don't go nowhere. I don't go other places camping. I have one permanent camp spot with a bunch of rednecks. And I feel like I'm the smartest person there.
His camper is in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it really is kind of like the Walmart parking lot. A little bit nicer. The people there go in the Walmart parking lot.
Oh, all this water, not a drop to drink.
For the European listeners, this is caravanning, not camping. We go in the caravan.
How do they say that? You're
I don't know why, but they call them caravans.
Yeah.
Could you get a vampire high?
Probably.
Just
I can get anybody high. The old lady, she's really good. Every week I try a new tactic on trying to get her high, and it hasn't worked all year.
yeah.
Like how even her grandmother tried to give her a gummy, and it's still not working. She's 93 years old.
Wait, she tried to give your old lady a gummy?
Yeah.
She just won't eat it, or it doesn't get her high?
No, the old lady won't even try it.
Oh.
But her grandmother is 93 years old.
Just duct tape her to a chair and put a fishbowl on her head.
I guess.
And
I guess. I don't know. I like getting high.
so on that note,
Weed man.
So let's start with our special guest, Andrew. Did you get anything past couple of weeks? Anything cool to mention?
Yeah.
yeah, he did. He sent me a picture earlier.
Yeah. Yesterday I got the Fans Toys Robot Paradise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's Soundwave. And he's typical Fans Toys, like super screwed up out of the box in transformation mode. Like even his legs are backwards. Like now I think they're doing it just to mess with us. They're like, how bad can I mistransform this thing and put it in the shipping box to send it out to you? And like the legs were backwards, and he had both the play, rewind, eject buttons on both sides, because the back one you have to like flip around in order for it to be hidden for the backside, just due to transformation. So I've actually seen it in videos where they didn't do that, and I'm like, why does he have the buttons on both sides? And it's just mistransformed. But yeah, man, their figures is just always amazing. They're super, super heavy and really nice.
It's definitely Fans Toys, even though it's Robot Paradise.
Yeah, it's definitely Fans Toys. I mean, but they did, the packaging is so Fans Toys it hurts. But all the stickers even say Robot Paradise, which are like, man, they're really going out of the way to make sure everyone knows it's Robot Paradise and not Fans Toys.
Do you know why they branded it that way? Just to stay out of trouble, or
yeah, I just think they thought it was too close to what Takara may have been doing or planning, and they're like, because there was no Soundwave 2.0 announced, but they're redoing everything else, and Soundwave does kind of need an update. So
far from everything from my source told me has come true. So they did the Seekers, they did this, and then Soundwave's supposed to be after the Seekers. So I have a feeling that'll probably be coming up soon.
I heard they're doing a Skyfire too, which just amazes me that they're gonna go into that style figure. So Takara, yeah.
We saw a really early prototype-ish type of picture a couple of months ago of the Skyfire.
They do all that shit, and then they give us some shitty ass cliff jumper.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll get to that.
You know what's always confounded me is, as popular of a character as Soundwave is, you almost never see a third-party Soundwave.
Well, it's because the Takara one's so good.
You mean MP or
in MP scale? Yeah,
well, that's because the official was so good.
The official, I'll tell you what, for as old as that figure was, that was a really good figure.
Oh yeah, but you know what? That's never stopped third-party companies before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this might be. This is
Soundwave's a popular character. There's money to be had there. Why haven't they done it?
If you remember, Fans Toys did announce it a very long time ago.
Yes, they did, and they were they were practically the only one in MP scale that had even one in the works.
Maybe some people didn't want to tackle the tapes. Because where there's Soundwave, there's tapes.
I don't know, because that's even more money. Soundwave is a license to print money. He really is.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Tell me I don't know my Transformers.
I like how
fucking awesome.
He can't name more than 2 turtles, but he knows an obscure line from Japanese headmasters.
Yeah,
it's a cults from
that god awful English dub.
Oh, that was terrible. But yeah,
been a while.
You're right though. Optimus Prime, Soundwave, Starscream, Megatron, Grimlock.
I would have loved to have seen one from MMC reformatted line. I would like to see their take on a Soundwave.
Yeah.
Because in that scale, I'm sorely lacking a Soundwave.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Maybe this is a stretch though, but maybe because of the alt mode being, was it a Sony Walkman? No, is that right? What was he?
He was just a cassette deck. I'm
not sure if he was a real.
Wasn't he a Sony cassette deck though? I thought it was in a. I mean, you have Jazz as a real Porsche, so I thought maybe he was like a
I don't know if he was a particular brand.
Oh.
I mean, that the original mold came from Microman. Okay. But, I mean, the Megatron was a Walter P38, and various other gun robos were like Brownings. And
well, I'm just thinking maybe if a third party did it, not only do you have Takara gunning for you, but then you'd have another big electronics company gunning for you because of, Well,
I mean, I think getting around the cassette player would be fairly easy. Just, make some changes to the overall design of it.
Just a thought.
Doesn't have to be
slavish
to the original.
You know how
design.
Bandai...
it does look so generic anyway. I mean, you look at Soundwave, you're like, oh, it's a cassette deck. And, it doesn't look like... I don't know. It's not like if it was like a CD player and it said Walkman on it, because then everyone knows, that's Sony.
It does not say any kind of, brand name or anything on the wiki page that I could see.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, Cross Dimension was going to be my saving grace in eventually getting a Soundwave in that scale, right? But we saw what happened with that.
Yeah,
we'll never see that.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll never see that Galvatron.
I wanted that Galvatron.
Yeah, I wanted that Galvatron in the worst fucking way.
Looks awesome too.
Yeah, I was all in on that line. That line was, that Cross Dimension stuff was.
I have both Jetfires. I have the black and the white.
Me too. Yeah,
and then I got upset when I saw that they were going on clearance. I'm like, I paid full price.
Yeah, I got each one for $40. Yeah. It was. I think they were on TF Source for that, really cheap.
I mean, in all honesty, I would have paid full price for them if it meant to keep the line going.
I actually got a third one so I could have a friend of mine custom it into. Do you ever read any of the IDW Transformers comics?
No, but I'm familiar with them.
There was a part where Windblade, I think it was, went into, was it Starscream's mind or somebody else's mind? And they showed Starscream's true form, outside of his Seeker clone body, and it looks like Jetfire, but with Starscream colors and and I'm like, that would be a great custom to use that, cross dimensions for. It's like half of it's already done just by the aesthetics.
Yeah.
But
paint it up.
Jason's just so busy that, I'll get around to it next year or something like that.
One of my favorite things to come out of that cross dimension line though was that accessory kit that came with the Black Striker Manus, Striker Noir.
Oh, the weapons.
That huge weapons accessory kit.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was
one of my favorite things.
That set taught me what the word. I think maybe it didn't teach me because I forgot it already. Is it spew? No, skew.
Sprue.
Sprue. That's it. That's what it's called. A sprue. Because I said, Levy, how do you get
heard that before?
Never heard it called a sprue before. No.
Wow.
They're like, get some sprue cutters. I'm like, the fuck's that?
Nippers.
Yeah, nippers. Yeah.
That's where me and Jay came up with when we did the Blues Brothers, we called it the Sprues Brothers. That's where that came from. The Sprues Brothers.
Nah, I never really did models that much when I was a kid, so I never knew what a sprue was. I just knew you had to like bend it back and forth like 500 times to get it off. But then, lo and behold, they had little cutters for that too. How about that, huh? Jefferson, that's what you should make. A sprue company.
That cross
Go around
dimensions
with
line.
sprue cutters and cut people's fucking model kits for them.
All right. That thing?
No.
I don't think that cross dimensions line ever got up to the way they originally thought because I got to play with the Optimus Prime prototype, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he was really impressive, and they were telling us we're going to have all these other characters, and we're going to have a comic to go with it.
Yep.
So they were trying to build a universe for these cross-dimension figures.
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember the universe happening. Like, I remember the figures coming out, but none of the media that really they said they were going to have to support this line.
Yeah. Well, they had the comic book come with Striker Manus.
Striker Manus. Yeah.
Striker Manus had the comic book. I remember that. And then in the back of the comic book, they had all the. Ooh, that's sweet.
What's that?
That's real sweet. That smell. Anyway,
sweet, all right.
They had the.
I think it's mixing with the incense that she's burning.
Was it the Seekers that had Dinobot parts on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked like a really cool
they killed the
concept.
Dinobots and took pieces of them as trophies and armor.
That was cool, but
Getting back to that Robot Paradise Soundwave, though, it looked really impressive, like especially articulation-wise, because that's the one knock on Fans Toys, besides crazy transformations from time to time, is like they make their figures look so good, they kind of slack on certain articulation, but that thing had an ab crunch, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, looked like it had a pretty good ankle rocker, and which is awesome because you don't always get that stuff with Fans Toys.
And it's the sassiest figure you've ever seen because it has
the side by side. He
has this waist side to side thing, and
snappy.
If you're not careful, he's just gonna tip to one side.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna be like, why is he standing like that? But
because he's sassy.
Yeah, he's just a sassy Soundwave.
Most of the time, you only get that articulation with like combiners because of the arms.
Yeah,
because of the elbows,
or like female characters.
Well, yeah,
because they're sassy.
Snooky, sassy, snooky, sarsaparilla,
Snooky,
snooky.
Don't get us started.
Snooky,
sassy, snooky.
Did you get anything else, Andrew?
No, I mean, we were at TFCon and I didn't really pick up too much there, but because I Taobao a lot, which is basically just importing.
What does that mean?
It's the site that's
Taobao.
Oh, Taobao. Okay.
Over in China.
I thought it was like Taibo, like something they were saying.
Billy Blanks.
I'm like, yeah. Is that like a slang? I'm like, I didn't know what that means. I'm like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I go around and I'm there making notes. Like, I like this. Let me see how much this is on Taobao, and then I'll, order it, and I'll have to wait like a month and a half till it gets to my house. It's probably only like 3-4 weeks, but it feels like a month and a half.
So yeah, like direct from China or Hong Kong. Or whatever.
Like
nowadays it might actually be freaking 3 or 4 months before you get it.
Well, no, that stuff comes in air.
Oh,
so
okay. All right,
at least it's not coming over on the boat because then I would
You'll never see it then.
Yeah, but Fans Toy stuff, I can get that if it's $250 here, it's $150 on Taobao.
Yeah,
and of course I'm paying shipping and tax and there's other things, but I'm still getting it significantly cheaper.
Yeah. That's like everything that I buy on Ami same way.
Yeah,
all this stuff is like so much cheaper.
It just I have to wait, and like I like but if I buy stuff over there, I can get more, and then I don't.
I buy.
I'm totally content to wait a little bit extra if I could get it that much cheaper. Sometimes.
Well, it's like I got the Jesus, I forgot the name of it now. What was that Starscream? The company name.
Deformation
Space. Yeah, I got that off of Terry's, and that was like $60 cheaper, I think it was, and came already. And did you ever look at Brother Kyle's yet?
I saw one somewhere. Who the hell? Maybe Brother Kyle or Nate maybe brought one to TFCon, or somebody brought one.
Oh, did Nate one bring it to TF? Okay, so you did check it out.
I did get to check it.
Okay,
out.
I was surprised there was not a single one of those on the show floor.
Yeah. You know what? Now that you say it, I mean, I didn't do a whole hell of a lot of rounds, but I didn't notice seeing those either.
There was a lot of like that. That wasn't on the floor. I hardly found any upgrade kits. Like I was there, I was like, maybe I'll pick up some upgrade kits. And I did find one, the leg upgrade kit for Scorponok to make him taller. Yeah, I picked that up from like Toy Dojo, but there wasn't a lot of upgrade kits on the floor.
Did you put that on yet?
No, and it's like you have to take the old legs off and everything. And I was like, I'll get to this later.
It extends the upper leg and the lower leg, doesn't it? Or just the upper leg? It's both. I thought it was both,
Or it's at least half of the upper leg, I think.
Yeah.
So it's pretty significant. And there's, like, I think like eight screws each side that you have to redo. And
did you get the other two upgrades for him?
No.
Like with the guns and all that stuff?
No, I didn't need the guns or anything. Yeah. I was just like, to make him a little bit taller, I don't know, that just appealed to me.
Yeah. So, well, it makes him Fort Max height.
Yeah.
I felt like he should have been Fort Max height in the first place. But
how much shorter than Fort Max is he?
At least
3
a
or
head.
4.
Yeah.
Oh,
three or 4. Yeah. 3 or 4 what?
units.
3 or 4 units. At least a head. Yeah. At least a head.
Was Toy Hacks there?
Toy Hacks was not.
No.
They're a Canadian company, so I think it might have been hard for them to come down.
They were there the last time.
I think they were
usually there.
Well, but that might have been before. I don't know.
Before the pandemic.
Yeah, that was the TFCon before the pandemic. I remember Casey Kohler was all the way back in the corner, and then Toy Hacks was like right across from him. Yeah, in the corner too.
I mean, I was amazed at how many attendees there were there. I did not expect that.
It was crowded. I think, and I'll tell you what, it probably would have been even more. But I feel like you had some people that were itching to get to a con and get out and do something, and they were coming out regardless of anything. But I feel like there was still some people, rightfully so, that were probably a little annoyed out about being in huge crowds. So I feel like if this would have just been the first year back and taking this whole pandemic thing out of the equation, I think it would have been insane. And it still was insane, but it would have been even crazier.
I wish I could have went, but at least I got my test done and I have no cancer, so that's a good thing.
Is that what I was
kind of worried about shit?
Yeah,
so
I didn't want to bug you. I didn't know what.
I had like 3 doctor's appointments, and everybody's like, "You're in perfect physical condition."
Yeah,
like you're.
That's good.
The PCP. Is it?
My PCP was great.
PCP.
The primary care physician, PCP. Yeah, said my resting pulse was like 74 or something like that, which is awesome.
I think you have cancer.
It's just like a bunch of different shit was going on with me, so I had to get some tests done and get checked out, but I'm good. No, nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm awesome.
Yeah, there was people asking why you guys weren't there, and I knew Levy didn't go because he just put the roof on the house and shit and stuff like that, and they were asking about you, and I said, no, man. I'm like, he said he had some shit going on, and
medical stuff going on.
It seemed like something he didn't really want to talk about.
Yeah, it was like a month before, and they're like, your appointment is like this day, and it was like the fucking Monday right after TFCon, and I'm like, that's not going to fucking work. So I had to get that done right away. But there's always next year.
Yeah.
So
next year in Chicago.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go to LA, but
I was hoping to get a stand for next year, but I don't know about fucking being all the way in Chicago. Fuck that.
You have to, because you got to drive at that point.
Fuck
that's
that.
The only thing
I'll just do RetroCon and just go to TFCon.
You can just ask Mike to bring your stuff up with you, and then you just fly out.
If I bring his stuff, if I bring his stuff, I'm gonna have to leave you. It's either Jed shit or Levy.
Jed shit.
You got one vote in for Jed shit.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Shit does not fart.
The Chicago pizza, though, it's worth it just to go to get the pizza.
Yeah.
Do we even get pizza when we were out there?
Yeah.
You know what she always brings up? Oh no,
God.
that might have been in DC. She's like, remember when
Steakhouse.
fucking Jed, man, I was doing so good profit wise, and then Jed dragged us to that restaurant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's like, "Come on, live a little."
Yeah.
He took us to some fucking. He talked us into this restaurant,
Oh.
I went to Morton's.
and it was some high roller fucking restaurant. And
see,
we
when I
rolled
went
in
to
there
Morton's-
It's not that expensive.
When I went to Morton's years ago, like it wasn't like that. It was just a fucking steakhouse. Now it's it's like, oh, excuse me, sir, you don't have a tie.
Yeah, you know what I felt like in there? You ever seen Major League? Remember when Jake Taylor
Walk in
brings
there, look like this.
Jake Taylor brings Ricky Vaughn into that real expensive restaurant, and Ricky Vaughn's got like the sleeves, he's got a tie on. And shit. Like that's exactly how I felt sitting in there.
And the record scratches.
Yeah. But they brought out I don't remember what the fuck I ordered, but I know it was expensive, and the plate came out, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking behind it to see if I can find the rest of it.
It was a seafood platter, and you got one scallop, one shrimp, one clam, and one something else, and that was it.
$42.99.
No, it was like $52. I swear. And you got one side with it, like a potato or something.
Yeah.
That was it.
I forgot about that.
It was the side of the potato,
forgot
was the
all
side of a
about
donut hole, and then we
I
got
felt
some expensive ass drink that was actually pretty good,
Oh, I
if I
got that
remember
hot
correctly.
chocolate coffee thing.
But then Levy's like, let's get chocolate souffles.
Well, we were already there. We may as well just go for it. That way.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Chocolate flou souffle. I see you're a man
yes,
of your taste.
Why, yes, good man, I'll have a chocolate souffle for dinner.
Imagine if like you started talking like that, and it took a while after the restaurant for that to wear off. Like we're back in the lobby, and he's still talking like that.
That was that Bert?
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
Was
Jolly good, Mike. Jolly good show.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, show him.
Oh,
Yeah,
you saw
we
the
saw that
pictures.
shit
Wow.
already.
What's that?
Yeah, look at
That I'd be like, is this mine?
What's that?
It's like an
it. Looks like the app. Yeah, right.
What
Oh,
do I do
yeah.
with it? Yeah, it looks like an appetizer.
Morton's.
I just
was,
wanted to go to like an Applebee's.
Morton's was just like a fucking like a regular steakhouse, like
feel like-
fucking Texas Roadhouse
They
type
all
of.
fancy.
Yeah.
Do you have a burger, sir?
I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
There's a picture here of my drink, and in the background, there's butter piped onto a plate.
Can I have that butter shaken, not stirred, please?
Yeah, and if you look at
Thank you. Thank you.
and if you look in the far background, you can see a Van Halen T-shirt with a hole right where the belly button is.
Oh
All
man.
right, Jefferson's out.
Jefferson, it was good to see you.
Jefferson,
Good
come
to
back
see you
again.
again,
Yeah, let me know when you're back. Let me see you Sunday or Saturday.
Well, I'll be back Sunday or tomorrow night, but you'll be in bed in like 3 hours by that time.
Probably.
Jefferson's up. Look at it's 9
Oh,
o'clock.
I stay up late now.
Listen,
Yeah.
text us so we know that you got home safe.
That'll be good. It's only-
When are you gonna get a golf cart?
You need a golf cart. He lives like a block from here,
Man, that would be
and
the
we keep
best.
trying to talk him into like a golf cart driver.
He has one.
Get one of those electric scooters.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I just
Yo.
signed up for one of those things because it folds. It's one of these that it folds up and you can put it in a backpack. So I'm
It's
like,
like
how
Skids' little scooter.
yeah, like how great would that be if I go into a con and then I'm just like, we're in Chicago and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go get pizza.
Yeah, you need a little helmet, like in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
All right.
Later on,
So there,
Jefferson.
man.
Later, Jefferson.
Yep.
Birdman.
I was gonna get my wife an electric lawnmower for Christmas, right? And they look just like fucking Mario Karts, but they're green. She get him one of those. You can get one of those.
The green one that you plug in, it's like lime green.
Yeah, you have
I had it at
that?
the old house.
Oh.
Tiny little yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, her old lawnmower looked like it played for the Seattle Seahawks.
You said it looked like one of the Transformers because of the
Oh,
color.
Springer. It did. It
Yeah.
looked like Springer a little bit.
Well, they have the riding ones now,
Yeah.
and they look just like a Mario Kart, like type of car thing.
Yeah, you need more tricks to get your wife to How about when I called him the other day? Well, he's got this like his wife does all the yard work, but she loves it though. I always thought you were putting that on, and then she answered the phone, and I'm like, she has a lot of enthusiasm for yard work. I'm impressed. Good for you, Jed.
There's pros and cons of being married to someone with OCD.
I do all the edging.
Yeah, she does the edging.
I do all the weed whacking and all the edging.
The grass grows an inch. She's out there with the mower mowing it down because it just bothers her.
And then you got to be up on the balcony talking to her like we were in that steak shop. Or in that restaurant, I should say, because it was definitely not a steak shop.
Oh, you missed a blade over there, Miss. Yes. Would you like a refreshment?
I just want one of those iRobot lawn mowers where it's like, it'll just mow it on its own.
Yeah, you got a fence now.
Yeah,
you probably
like
could.
A Zoom, wait, what are they called? A Roomba.
Yeah, except cut the grass.
What they have to do is they have to make like one of those like Roombas that go out there and just like shoots a laser in a quick circle and just chops all the grass down one shot.
Takes the neighbors out of the ankles.
Yeah, and that's done.
I'll see you with my nub.
I say that all the time.
But no, yeah, like 20 snowflakes out there, shovel comes out. So, but then you also have to deal with the fucking, the mint and peel bananas that are on the table.
Oh, there's that too.
But hey, I can live with the bananas on the table if I don't mow the lawn. Fuck it.
Jed's been living here for 10 years. Don't even realize he has a lawn.
I used to mow the lawn when we first moved there, but that wasn't good enough because I wanted to grow a little bit higher so I could grow the clover so it would spread in the lawn, and now you have to like worry as much. It's like self-fertilization type of thing.
I have a crazy idea for you.
Oh no, what?
Find a way. You're good with this kind of shit. Find a way to make the treadmill and the lawnmower like,
one
like a mashup. You know what I mean? And then she get to fucking run the
then you'd see just a fucking bunch of clothes fucking outside rolling around in circles and shit.
Now that's green because you wouldn't even need gas.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm telling you, that's
big hamster wheel.
Forward thinking.
Anyway, Andrew, do you have any shout outs or plugs that we'd like to share with the 3 people that are still listening?
No.
We'll put your link. We'll put the link in the.
Have you been like doing any videos, like any review videos and stuff?
I haven't been doing any review videos lately. But I want to. It's something I'm gonna get back into. It's just been.
You retired?
Been tired. It's been a rough
sabbatical.
2 weeks or 2 weeks, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Been on mission. You know what? Yo, man, I did a review once, and that was as a parody. And I hated it every fucking single second of it. I couldn't like going around the camera and talking about it. I was like, I don't know how fucking people do this shit, right?
Yeah, I don't. That's why I only ever do one every once in a while.
Yeah, and then Levy breaks the fucking switch or something like that, and then you're good to go for another year or two.
So you guys
out on the couch.
You guys might have never met or don't know each other, but it's one of those like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon and Omega Supreme that you know each other by, but. I don't know if we got it before you or after you, but Levy broke the Omega Supreme from Hung from 215.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one that broke the switch.
Look, I just went and flicked the switch and it snapped.
I can't remember if he said that you were getting it after us or before us, but I definitely remember him saying that he was going to get that to you. It's funny.
I was like, fuck this guy. Heck.
Dude, that'll show him.
He is. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was disappointed when,
I saw him
kind of backed away, but he was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw him at RetroCon. I was like, oh my God, who would pay $150 for a Transformer?
He loves that. I love when he tries, like, I've seen Tony at shows and his business practices are hysterical. Like,
it's like, you don't want to buy that.
Yeah, he talks people out of buying shit. He talked me out
I
of
wouldn't
it.
even buy that.
I'll tell you a funny story. He talked me out of an Insecticon one time. I was trying to get all 3 sets of Insecticons because I wanted to troop build them that way. Fans Toys, Batcube, and what was the other one? The MMC ones or whatever.
Yeah.
So the Batcube ones were the last ones I wanted to get. And I tracked down 2 of them. I think I was still looking for Kickback. and I asked Tony if he had one, and he said he did. And I was like, sweet, man. I'm like, can I, because I couldn't find one on eBay, none of the shops had them. And I said, yeah, can I buy it off you? And he's like, yeah, you don't want that. And I'm like, well, why not? And he's like, well, it was the table model and shit. I'm like, I don't care about the box. I display all my shit. I just, as long as it's complete and you got the instructions. He's like, yeah, I got all that shit, but it's the table model. I'm like, I don't care. And he's like, no, you don't understand. You don't know how many dick beaters were on that thing. And I'm like, good point. I'll keep my eyes open for another one. Thank you for your honesty.
It'd be amazing. There'd be a 5-year-old kid there, and he'd be like handing him a Fans Toys figure, like, you know, trying to think of what it. Probably like the Dinobots. He was big on the Dinobots. He's like, here you go. Hey, check this out. And the 5-year-old's like dropping it on the table. I'm like, you're watching. You're like, that's like $160 figure.
Yeah.
Now it would be like $160. That's nothing.
That's cheap. Yeah, that's a discount.
Now they're $1,100
a Fans Toys
on eBay.
Dinobot now would probably be what, like $300?
Yeah, I would guess $300.
Well, that's what the
Sludge was $800 on eBay last time we looked.
Yeah, what did the swoop and the Sludge sell for? Do you remember the pre-order or the last re-release?
300.
Oh yeah.
The last one.
Their original retail was 200.
Yeah, the original retail was 200, but I'm talking about the last.
No, they're
time.
about. They would like. Yeah, whenever I see reissues for them come up, it's like 300.
Wow, dude,
yeah,
that's $1,500 worth of Dinobots. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought an extra swoop because that was the one I was like, if any of them are going to break, it's going to be swoop.
Yeah.
So
they were at least cool enough to send a couple little extra. I think they sent or was it with swoop or was it with the one that came out
die-cast
after?
ones?
They sent like replacement parts because they know you're gonna fucking break it.
They were plastic originally on the first swoop, and then
what part?
The little clips that went into the knees. Yeah. They were plastic, and then they switched them over to die cast. So
I never pegged those in.
No,
I just leave them loose, and it looks fine enough.
I got the second release of Swoop, so that I already had it in. I didn't have to worry about that, but I did have to redo the snarls, like under chest part, because it was like a big fucking hole.
It was a gap.
Yeah,
that came with Sludge, right? Or
I think so.
It's been a while.
Parts. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember they sent an extra face for Tesla. I was excited when I got that. I was like, thank goodness. Because in Fans Toys in the beginning, like everyone, that was their big complaint.
Their face sculpts
your face sculpts are bad.
Yeah.
And then they would defend it like, no. And then all of a sudden something changed and they got better.
Yeah. Like overnight. It was like, it wasn't like a gradual thing. It was like wow, this one's awesome and everything moving forward. I can't remember what figure it was, but
I can't either. I want to say it was after Tesla, but I can't even tell you what order they came out in anymore.
Levy.
Sorry. I was just going to say, you got anything else before we move on?
Nah.
Oh, and thanks for coming all the way up here. I mean, I know you're kind of local, but it's a little bit of a haul, man. It's cool. I said this to him before. I'm like, we are always like, man, we got to hang out at one of the cons, but you know how it is. Like you get there and you got 2 days and there's like 200 people there that and you're trying to hang out with everybody. So you end up being able to spend like 10 minutes with everyone. Like, so it's kind of cool to be able to get together with you, like when we could just chill for once. And
you being if you're working the show, like, business has to come first. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's got its good points too, because I'm stationary. So everybody is passing by at one point. So I still do kind of at least get to hang out a little bit, but
plus he's an internet celebrity. So
yes, Michael Kincaid, internet celebrity.
I had to change it up. I didn't want you to call me a fucking old lady today, so
internet celebrity with a complex.
I'm like, I put that on, and I took the man bun out, and then I'm like, why am I concerning myself with how Jed thinks I look when he gets here? So I just put the beanie on.
This guy Chris that we used to hang out with all the time and stuff like that. He used to cut every Friday night before we went out. He was going to say to me, he's like, "How do I look?" I said, "All right." And then the one time, like months later, Sean said to me, he's like, "Why do you keep asking Jed how you look?" He's like, "Because I know if I don't, he's just going to give me shit about fucking how I look anyway. So I might as well fucking just ask him right away."
Right to the, right.
I mean, one thing I always think, about when I hear your name is I always think first shirts and then second, the Reflector Files, just because that name just sits in my head.
I was going to say like bare ass naked.
I was
ass.
worried. I was worried.
Window.
I was starting to cringe, and then it was all right. I'm like, oh no, what's he gonna say?
Well, I think I got one of the first shirts. I was actually going to wear it up here, but I have a large closet of stuff, and I don't know where it went. But the Tyranny 2000.
Oh, the election ones. Yeah,
the election one. But it was like
Tyranny 2016.
2016. Yeah, it was.
That was one of my first ones. Yeah,
or Freedom. Yeah, I got the Freedom 2016. I think it was white, and I maybe that's why I couldn't find it, because it's probably a different color. And in my closet, going, where's the white shirts? And
I thought you were going to say you had a Chuck Norris shirt.
That was one of the first ones I think I bought off of you too.
What, Chuck Norris?
No, the Tyranny and the Freedom ones.
Christmas this year. Chuck Norris and Jaguar.
But I think this is from you too.
You know, my birthday's coming up again. You guys gonna have to spike up on the fucking Virtus payment again.
Jed's had Virtus pre-ordered for like 6 years.
April next year will be 5 years.
Wait, what figure's that?
Virtus. That's the Springer X-Transbots.
Oh, the X-Transbots.
That's why all these fuckers out there pre-ordering fucking all this X-Transbots renders on fucking line. I'm like, yeah, you wait 3 years from now. I'll be like, where's my fucking X-Transbot?
My goddamn pre-order list is outrageous.
And you see what happens when they do try to manufacture shit, like real quick, like cup. You ever get your fucking replacement cup yet?
Not yet.
See that? You still haven't gotten that shit.
I'll get that before.
Everybody's like, oh, look, the shout's out. Let's pre-order that too. Meanwhile, they're fucking laughing and they're fucking rolling in the fucking money. They're going, are you going to make any figures? Nah. We'll just fucking claim bankruptcy and just leave them fucking hanging.
Oh, could you imagine?
Whew.
You know what? If I were you, I would just never own a Springer ever out of spite. Like, don't get another one.
I'll make my own Virtus.
No, but I'm with you on that, because I own every other Masterpiece Springer. I think there's like 6 of them.
Yeah,
there's a bunch.
Crazy,
of them,
yeah.
I have every single one, so he is the only one out of the group that I do not have. So I have to get him just to complete my Springers.
I'm hoping to replace my Fans Toys one, because there's a couple of things about the Fans Toys one I just don't like, articulation wise, as usual. But yeah, I don't know. That X-Transbots one looks good.
X-Transbots has been doing some really nice things. Like, that's really nice. Their Ultra Magnus looks really nice.
Yeah, I got him in the toy news. Yeah, I got
everything looks cool, but until we actually have it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
I gotta see
shame
other
on
shit
me.
coming out from X-Transbots first, and it's like I put the Ultra Magnus on the table, and the Jet, and he just fucking.
Well, I tell everyone this story. Like one of my reviews, I did the 2 Zeta jets that when they first came out for Superion, and their plant like didn't even glue anything together. There were no screws, no glue. So I was transforming the figure and it was just falling apart. And I'm like, I am never buying Zeta. It took me so long I actually had to rebuy the figures because I returned them. I was so angry. I returned the figures and then I finally bought them like 2 years later. When they redid them or something. But yeah, those figures were so bad when I first touched them. And now like the train bots that they have coming out they're almost up to Fans Toys quality.
Yeah.
Like they have die cast in them. They're heavy. They're big. They look really impressive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
So,
they had them at the TCP booth.
Is that probably the worst figure that you've gotten like that with bad QC issues with Cup?
The Cup, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
The only, well, okay, so that X-Transbots pipes, I got X-Transbot pipes and he sucks, but that came out like, 7 years ago or whatever. The Cup, like if you go pound for pound, as far as like timeline goes, third party history and how recent it was, that was absolutely the worst figure I ever got in my life.
I've been pretty good with stuff. I don't think I've gotten anything that was shitty. The one Magic Square sideswipe I got, his leg was on backwards or something, but everything else.
I remember that.
Everything else was, I haven't had any problems, I don't think, with anything. But then again, I wasn't like full mode collecting like as long as you guys have either. I started my collecting when I pre-ordered Virtus. Oh, I remember those days. Way back when. Yeah.
Imagine
Ragnar wasn't even born.
Imagine somewhere out there, say like, you know how we always talk about people, not as many people know about third party as we think. We just assume everybody knows about it because we know about it. But like, there's a lot of people I just know from running my page. Like sometimes people stumble onto that shit and you're like blown away.
Is that
by law,
Hasbro figure? No.
By law of averages.
No, we don't do that here.
Well, it's either a majority of the time it's either it's official or it's a knockoff, and nobody really understands what third party is. They just think it's another knockoff, but it's not.
By law of averages, there being probably millions of Transformer fans out there, there's at least one that Springer's probably their favorite character, and Virtus probably was.
Remember, he was on the message boards. He was on Transbots message boards. He's like, I pre-ordered this like 3 months ago. When's it coming out? I was like, oh,
you rookie.
Let me sit down. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
You know what that sounds like? You know in the movie, like when Cup and Hot Rod get thrown in the jail cell, and Kranix's been there forever.
Yeah.
Like he's Kranix in that jail cell.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I mentioned this a lot, but my first third-party figure was like that TFCon, and not even it might not have been TFCon, but it was Impossible Toys, that RC mold that was just like terrible. Yeah. And I remember getting that and be like, third-party, junk. And like, it took a couple years for me to get another third-party figure.
RC?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever saw it.
Mine was the Nightbird one.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I think it was a TFCon exclusive or something. It was some sort of exclusive.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's it. Only I had a Nightbird, which is just that same mold repainted, and it's bad.
Wow, they went the whole extra mile and did like the official like type of box art for the figure and everything, or maybe that was a custom. I don't know.
You know what? Now that I feel like I remember seeing.
Yeah.
Maybe I did see the RC.
2010? That's way before my time.
Yeah.
TFCon 2010. There you go.
Crazy.
Yeah, remember I did that research a couple years ago? I was asking around about people who like knew who third party was and if they understood the difference and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. Even for people who are on message boards like TFW. They think that any third party is like a shitty KO.
KO, yeah.
Dirty casuals.
And it was for a while, like you said. It was for a while.
What is this junk?
I had the Impossible Toys. I had the Tetrajets, and they were cool because they existed. But as far as like functionality and shit, they were terrible.
I remember you telling me about that my first con that I went to. In Jersey.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, those are cool. Should I get? He was like, nah. They look okay, but they were pieces of shit.
But it was weird because I knew about them, but I didn't know them as third party. Because Impossible Toys was one of the first that was out. And it wasn't until it was a year or two later, I think, that you actually told me about the like third
TFC
party.
TFC Hercules
that sent me down some crazy ass road.
Hercules.
See, that's funny because it wasn't Hercules for me. It was the Make Toys
Giant,
which is like my friend kept telling me, you got to get this thing. It's Devastator. It's cool. And I was like, I don't know. It's a lot of money. I think it was like $300 for the set.
It was, yeah.
Which now is not bad at all.
$300 for a combiner?
It's like
sign me up.
Yeah, it's like one Dinobot,
dude. Because now the New Age Devastator, which isn't even as big as the Make Toys one, is like $350, $400.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
Yeah, so
I had Giant and Hercules at one point, and I remember I got the Giant first, or was it Hercules? No,
you got Hercules first.
Giant. Did I get Hercules first?
You got Hercules first.
All I remember is I had him standing there with the MP5 Megatron, and he was like a head taller than the MP5 Megatron, and I was trying to convince myself that he was masterpiece scale. That didn't last long.
Well, they did the Jim Bao oversized version of the whatchamacallit, the Make Toys Devastator.
Yeah. I never saw it though.
You never saw it? Then they did that like that weathered like type of paint to it.
Yeah.
And it was like real cheap. It was like $250, $300 for the set, but it's like hard to find because they only made so many of them. But
was that
really
Make Toys or was that
Jim Bao took Make Toys design and then they oversized it.
Oh, I thought they did that with the Generation Toy.
That was
Devastator.
That was at MBK, I think. MBK?
Okay.
Or NKB or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, I'm on the China sites all the time, so Jin Bao and NBK, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, I know that name.
Were you with me when we went out to Richie's store? When we put that thing is worth every penny of the $40 or whatever it is that they wanted for it, man. I had to prop that shit up. That thing needed to stand more than Unicron did.
We didn't see a lot of that stuff either at TFCon this year. Like, I remember there was one dealer a couple years ago that was selling all that Jim Bao and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, it was cool, and it was definitely more limited this year. There was less dealers.
Was the lady that did all the Dinobot plushies? Was she there?
She was there. Yeah. Vanessa got Ravage.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Was it like $105 or something like that?
I didn't ask her.
Every year.
25 or 30.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think that's how much I pay for my Ravage.
She had like almost all the characters. I was like, "Is there a Skyfire?" And no, I don't think they had a Skyfire.
She did have a lot of like obscure characters. Like she got a Mind Wipe from her a couple of years ago. She likes bats, so she got Mind Wipe and Rat-Bat. But yeah, she did. She had a lot of like obscure characters, man. Headmasters and Target Masters and shit. What'd you get? What's your haul, Vanessa?
Here, I'll show you.
I wouldn't even know what to do with a book.
he's on our team, Jed. Jed's always like busting our fuck. You guys didn't read.
You guys don't read shit.
You gotta talk like you're in the steakhouse.
The periodical's coming today from Amazon. Yes. Wow.
He always talks like he's the Playboy guy. Like I read the interesting articles. That's him.
I was like, well, you didn't read about that article? It was in the publication this week.
Oh my god,
that's awesome.
I got today.
Yeah,
That's not be keeping
great
haul.
Do with all those.
Listen,
she has that much time. To
it's
read
not
books.
hoarding if it's books. Just remember that.
Sometimes I'll do audiobooks, even for the books that I bought. So if I don't have time to finish them, I'll just finish listening to them.
See, Mike, this is what happens when you teach women to read.
Wow.
that's my stuff.
Wow. And you call yourself a feminist.
Do you have any books about pork?
Oh, did you see this weekly article about the pork? The pork
Futures Weekly.
Pork Futures Weekly, yes. The PMC stocks are just very volatile.
And we're back into blackout and shout economics.
The pork squeeze. The pork squeeze.
The pork squeeze is coming.
The pork squeeze.
What happens during a pork squeeze?
Well, my good man, let me tell you.
I'm squeezing my pork right now.
We're going to be sitting in between a globe with drinking some brandies at the same time, talking about the PMC pork stocks.
Speaking of Virtus never coming, I just wanted to update everybody in this the financial section of the Blackout and Shout podcast that neither Virtus nor the squeeze has happened yet. And I wanted to bring up a point, Jeb. Earnings are coming on Monday for AMC.
Oh, okay.
Which could be a catalyst for some upward movement.
Well, listen.
Unless, hear me out, the earnings aren't what we expect. I'm placing the blame solely on the shoulders of Jedflix for keeping people out of the theaters. Just remember, when the squeeze doesn't happen, Jed, it's all your fucking fault. And I have to go in and slave at that Monday through Friday bullshit job I got to go to. Because you had to give people movies.
Just remember, when that fucking thing hit 70, I told you to sell it. And you're like, no, I'm holding on to it. It's going through the roof. It's going to the moon. And I'm like, you're not.
I'm hodling, Jeff. I'm hodling.
And I'm like, all right, Mike. Now you're sitting here, what, 42 today or something like that? Was
42.
It? 42. Yeah.
It's an upward trend.
Yeah. Is it? It's like a fucking, it's like a sine wave. That's what it looks like.
Well, you know what? The bad part for me was that I got in right before it shot up. So like all the people that were sitting there from January through like June, are used to this shit, and I wasn't. I got in and it went from like 10 up to 70, and I'm like, oh, well, this is awesome. It's like, imagine you're born and you're a 1-year-old and the Eagles win the Super Bowl. You're just fucking expecting them to win every year. You know what I mean? So that was my Eagles winning the Super Bowl, and I'm like, sweet. What happens next week? Will we go up to 150 next week? So now we're just kind of.
Oh, summer child.
Yeah, man. But just remember, Jedflix.
Oh, it's my fault.
Jedflix killed the squeeze.
I'm glad that you think it's my fault. I'm blaming Make Toys and X-Transbots and Fans Toys for taking away all the money from the official Transformers collectors. And that's the reason why MC's going up and down tanking. Anyway, don't joke.
Makes no fucking sense, but I'll be
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Yeah. Well, neither does blaming me.
Well, no, that makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
You're keeping people out of the theaters.
Who's people? What, 5?
What if that's what would have put them over the top? What if that would have made the number from like, it's okay
Oh my
earnings to
God.
wow, these really good earnings.
It's not like I have a monthly streaming
them
service.
5 people might have went to see a lot of fucking movies with their whole families and took their friends with them and
there's
shit.
Amazon and
Jed,
Netflix.
Jed, you're killing the squeeze.
And HBO Max.
You're barely my friend anymore. I can't. Logan. I think Logan was the last movie I fucking saw. Or no, we saw something after that.
You fucking hypocrite.
Oh no, Endgame. We saw Endgame in the theater. Yeah,
cool.
I'm supporting.
I don't own stocks. All I know is that AT&T was all the way down, and I gotta buy a bunch of that shit. That's the stock you should buy. AT&T. Just tell your AMC, buy AT&T.
No. Yeah, you know what happened the second I saw the AMC to fucking
go up to 80.
It goes to fucking chicken church.
Well, then you're the reason why it's staying so low.
No.
You're the one that you the squeeze isn't happening. Anyway.
When I'm just buying Vertices to just throw out the window on the highway just because I can, you're going to remember this moment, Jed.
They're never
buy them all so he
they're
can't
never
get
making
these.
that.
Yeah. I'll buy every Vertis on Earth. Chosen Prime will be like, dude, I just got a pre-order for fucking 800 Vertices, all at the same address. Who's the guy that voice Springer? He's the guy that makes the delivery. I want all them Vertices, and I want that guy to deliver them and tell me that he's got better things to do tonight than deliver all these fucking Vertices in my house.
I love how fucking AMC stock is making him a billionaire.
I didn't say billionaire. I mean, how much could that many Vertices cost?
Did you, on a side note, do you see the picture of all those, the guy with all those fucking Sentinels?
Yeah.
He had like what, fucking 40 Sentinels or some shit like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was. I saw a picture. Yeah, it had like all those Sentinels lined up. It looked like the Imperial March and shit.
Yeah.
And
the assembly line coming from Master Mold.
Yeah.
And then it was a bunch of Nimrods, and then all the fuck were Sentinel Prime or whatever, the little guy that came with him.
Yeah.
Who was his other? No, who was
Bastion?
Bastion. All those. It was outrageous. And I'm going to tell you something about that dude. He probably has a tiny wiener. Because that's a tiny wiener move. You know what I mean? Look at all my Sentinels, peasants. It's a tiny wiener move. That would have been like, we talked about the Unicrons, getting all them Unicrons together.
Yeah.
It'd have been a tiny penis move. In my opinion.
Wow.
So, Levy.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I'm going to make this quick. I got nothing.
Wow.
That's not true.
Oh,
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
true.
You're right. Tonight, I just got this Jaggy figure from Fist of the North Star. Super action statue.
Yeah.
Jed was nice enough to pick it up from Ami, so thank you very much, Jed. Let me know how much it costs, and I will get you the money.
$1 billion.
Yeah, you can have it back. No shout-outs, no plugs.
That sounds like an oxymoron. It's a super action statue.
Yeah. So it's Japanese for you.
30 points of articulation.
Then it's not a statue.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, if you think about it, and you basically pose it and place it and look at it, it's kind of like a statue. But it's not an action figure, right?
Yeah. Oh, what's that?
I think it's just poor translation from Japanese. That's probably what it is.
Statue. There's that word again. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Mike, what'd you get?
I also got a Jaggy action figure. And
Action statue.
let me know
Action
how much it is, and I'll pay you right after the squeeze.
4 AMC stocks.
I'll pay you in. I'll pay you in some Shiba Inu coin.
I see your Shiba Inu coin and just raise you an NFT.
Oh, don't get me started on NFT.
Yeah.
I bought like 10 million Shiba Inus, but they jumped up real quick, so I got rid of them.
That was good. That was smart.
That was smart.
That was very smart.
Yeah, but see, that's a swing
That's
trade.
good.
The AMC is diamond hand.
Yeah. That's catching a falling knife, my son.
I got the Sentinel, the HasLab Sentinel.
Did you put any batteries in it or anything like that yet?
No, I didn't even. Okay. Honestly, just took them out of the box, took a picture of them with Devastator, and put them off to the side because I haven't had a whole lot of time to mess around with them. I will say he's awesome. He's awesome looking, but there's no. And I didn't really get a chance to fuck around with him a whole lot, but there's no ratchets in the knees at all.
Yeah.
And he's a heavy dude, man. And he's 26 inches tall, and he's heavy, and there's no fucking knee ratchets, which I don't understand.
So you think that they're going to give out after a couple years? Huh?
I don't know if they're going to give out. Like, I'm just going to stand them on the shelf like that, and you can get them into poses and all that kind of stuff. Like,
just put some Kiki on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I don't have Kiki, but I got some similar shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just wish they would have moving for like Andrew said, man, when that Galactus comes out, I hope the hell they have something in them knees because he's even bigger. He's like 6 inches tall or 5 or 6 inches taller. So
I wouldn't bet
they won't bend.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Just won't bend.
Yeah, when have you ever seen Galactus doing that?
That Galactus is going to be like those Hasbro Titan figures, which have 5 points of articulation.
That's when, like, I feel like the Marvel team should have went to the Transformers team and be like, "How do we do a big figure?
How do we do a big robot?"
Yeah, you guys have done it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
there's no shame in asking for help.
Yeah,
that's right.
Outside of that, it's pretty awesome.
Well, that's Takara though. They would have to go to Takara. Because wasn't half the team of the engineers that designed the Unicron from Takara?
Oh, well, they try and front all the designs done in Takara.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than like concepts and stuff like that, all the actual physical design and what goes, what ratchets go into the figure, that's all Takara.
I mean, they're just a Microsoft Teams in a translator way.
True.
You're talking for Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they come out with designs and ideas, but the designers are all Takara.
Yeah,
I can believe that. Yeah,
I remember seeing them looking around that fucking clean room lab table at it, and they're like pointing out all the fucking how it works and shit like that, and everybody from Hasbro's back there like fucking writing down their notes, just trying to take notes and shit. So what else you got besides Sentinel and Jag? Anything else?
I got the MP Inferno, or did I get him last time?
Why'd you get MP Inferno?
Because X-Transbot fucked my whole game up. I'm trying to mix molds and shit for Artfire and Grapple and Inferno, and so that's why I ended up getting I got the official Grapple and Inferno. Everybody out there listening, you can stop me if you heard this one on the last episode. I'm getting the X-Transbot's Artfire. And then I have the MMC Grapple or MMC Hauler.
Okay. Gotcha. So you're mixing and matching the companies so that you have different versions of the same type of mold.
Right.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I got Gambit. I forgot to bring it tonight. I'll grab him at some point this week.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Everybody said that he's awesome, including Levy.
He's probably my favorite 1/12 scale superhero action figure I've ever gotten.
Now, who made him?
Mafex.
Okay.
At the con, I didn't pick a single action figure up, which is a first for me. Like, even though we've been pre-ordering shit for years and stuff, there's always something to pick up. But the exclusive was just a little Diaclone Megatron or Micro.
Yeah, I was surprised that the exclusives were real slim.
So the reason for that, at least from what I heard from Jay, was that a lot of nobody knew for sure that this con was even going to happen, so nobody wanted to dump a whole bunch of money into any bigger projects. So that's why they stuck with just that one.
There's always next year.
Yeah,
I really wanted to get that. Was it MNC or they did that Mirage, that black and gold Mirage?
Yeah,
2 years ago. Was it Phoenix or no?
Oh, Sphinx.
Yeah. Who was that? Was that MMC?
That was
MMC.
Hockey Max. Yeah.
That was really cool. I was hoping they would do something like that this year, but
that was the one I didn't pick up because I was like, they had like 5 things at that show.
Yeah.
And he was kind of the one I was like, eh.
I was like, I'm like, do I really get it? I'm like,
didn't they?
Yeah, that was
like a
the
G2
G2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked that up. But the Sphinx, I was like, I already have this mold like 6 times because you had the
mold.
Clear one.
I had to sell one.
half clear. Yeah.
And I heard there was two
The two half clear
different
ones,
half clear
different con exclusives.
Yeah.
What was the one up in Canada, right? Was the half, one half, and the other half was at a different show, right?
Actually, that was Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nate has that.
Yeah, so I didn't pick anything. The only thing, so I got a couple. I picked up some prints from Casey Kohler.
That's another reason. That's bummed me out too. I want to get some from him too.
Oh, you should.
He
I could have video chatted you.
Yeah, that sucks. Did you see that he's selling his big? Was it more than ECI? Was it 11 where he did that big Sgt. Pepper Transformers thing?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, he's a good artist, man.
Wish I had like $1,000 for that thing. Whew.
So Vanessa, and I'll get back to my non-haul, not really haul, but Vanessa cosplayed in Circuit Breaker, and so I took her over to Casey because I knew Casey had a Circuit Breaker print I wanted to get for her, but I wanted him to see the cosplay and shit, and he was like, that's cool, you can have this, and just gave it to her. But this was awesome. So we met Bob Budiansky, and this was probably, if it was not my favorite moment, it was one of my favorite moments from the con, but we went up there to show him the cosplay as well, because the dude Colin that runs the con was like, yo, Bob said he didn't see Circuit Breaker, and Bob actually created her. So, but this was on Sunday. She was out of costume, so we just went up and we showed him a couple pictures. But on the way over there, I'm like, man, I'm going to grab one of those. I did a print of Vanessa as Circuit Breaker with Starscream on that Marvel Comics #9, I think it was, like a recreation of it. So I took the print over to just give it to him. And
now available on HiddenToys.net.
Now available on HiddenToys.net. Yeah. So I took that over to give it to him and shit. And then he was real impressed with the cosplay. So he also gave her a print. It was the cover where she was fighting Skullgrin, Pretender Skullgrin. I think number 68 or 67 or whatever from Marvel Comics. Signed it for her to the real Circuit Breaker, I said, which was cool. And then I went to give him the print, and he was like, you gonna sign that? And I was like, fuck yeah, man. That was just some crazy shit, man.
Did you look over your shoulder, see if I was there?
I did. I looked over my shoulder. You were there. I was thankful. And then I signed it, which was just a cool. That was like some crazy shit for me. Was like, you know, imagine like I go to see like Motley Crue and like Mick Mars asked me for my autograph. It was some weird shit, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That's a good experience.
I also, the other thing I got, and it was right at the beginning of the con. So shout out to Sean Flieger, his daughter Geraldine Jelly. She calls herself on Instagram. She has an art page. Anyway, he starts telling me about how she was just moved out and got an apartment, and she wasn't allowed to have cats, and started talking about cats. And then that conversation led into, you know, he said that his daughter, you know, saw, you know, that rogue pass and stuff like that. I felt real bad about it. And I saw him reaching into his bag, and I'm like, oh man, I was already like, I had my beanie on and I was trying to pull it down over my face because I knew where it was going. Mm-hmm. And he pulls out this drawing that his daughter did, and this, like, you know, in her style, it was a picture of Rogue, kind of like as a ghost almost and shit like that. So I cried in front of everybody at the fucking con.
I saw that when you posted on Facebook. That was amazing.
It was
that made
really
me emotional.
good. Yeah,
just looking at it, I was like, wow. I'm like, what great work.
I was like, I had my glasses and my mask on, thankfully, so I was at least partially covered up, but I was fucking crying like a baby. And I looked over at her, and she was doing the same thing, and it was like right in the beginning of the con. So there was like a crowd of people around, but it was,
and you're like,
there it is right there. I don't know, Andrew. I don't know if you saw it.
You guys have to look at the background, because not only does she draw this, but the whole background hidden are pictures of Rogue. It's a whole
really? I saw it. It's awesome. You're like, yeah, I got Chuck Norris right there.
Chuck Norris, yeah.
There was people waiting to like scan their cards because he had the only card reader. I'm like, I'm sorry, we need a minute.
Yeah, I had to.
That's really awesome. Yeah,
I had to sit down, man. I couldn't. It was. That one fucking grabbed me by the feels, man.
Look at the background, it's all the pictures.
Yeah, okay, I see that now.
Are you gonna send her a Chuck Norris shirt? Thank you.
Yeah. You would say that'd be a slap in the face sending somebody a Truck Noir shirt. But
send her a Jaguar shirt.
So at the end of the day, my favorite thing that I got at the con, totally no offense to Casey Kohler.
Did you get it framed or did they?
No, he brought it right like that. Yeah, right like that.
Did you look at it at all?
Oh yeah, I looked at it.
No, I mean like look open the frame or anything like that.
No. I just let it.
Is it layers? It looks like it's like a bunch of different cell layers.
I didn't
take a look at. Like I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's looks like there's like a couple of cell layers on top of each other.
It does, but it might have been. Yeah.
Or I didn't. Because me and the paper.
No, I feel you. I'm
printing stuff and I'm like, oh, that's real shiny. I wonder if they print. And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, it looks like it's one.
She does got a lot going on in there. She got like the drawing and then the shadows and then all the photos in the background and
that's awesome.
She put the rainbow bridge on there and like the Alpha A and all that shit. So
yeah, that's great. I love that thing. That's
that
awesome.
Actually ended up being my favorite pickup from the con. Man.
Yeah, that's super dope.
So anyway, she's on Instagram at Jelly Draws, and his Jelly spelled with an I is JELLI Draws. So you should go check her out. She kind of has like a cool, like chibi anime.
I should ask her if she wants to put stuff on hiddentoys.net. Maybe some art.
You know
sell
what?
some prints.
Yeah, actually, I'll hit her up.
Ask her.
Yeah, I'll hit her up because she's pretty talented.
Yeah, I was looking at her Instagram. She's got some really great work on there.
And she does it like, you know how I do them speed art videos. She does it like speed art sometimes with like and man, she's definitely a natural.
It's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's all the hauls. Shout out to everybody that came by the table and bought stuff. I have pictures. I have all kinds of pictures of people holding up the Truck Noir shirt. Anytime somebody bought a Truck Noir shirt, I'm like, listen, my buddy hates this design. So if you don't mind just posing with the shirt or whatever, and let me get some pictures. So I have like all these pictures on the phone. I was gonna make a slideshow.
How many pictures do you have?
How many?
Yeah.
I don't have as many pictures as shirt sold because there was like couples that bought shirts.
Okay.
And this one lady bought 2 of them for.
I was
kids.
gonna say you should do a photo mosaic of Jed's face with those.
Oh.
And like have it be like a sour looking face.
Yeah, right. Yeah, on everybody.
He was all frowny face.
Do you know that photo of when they stormed the Capitol? The guy with the bull fucking horns on and shit. There's a guy at the left. That guy with the jacket on. I fucking photoshopped a Truck Noir shirt on the dude. It's why people are buying it.
Yeah, it's advertising. See, I knew Jed was going to find a way to somehow take credit for all the sales. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
But yeah, man, I did really well at this con.
Good.
Like by a long shot, this was my best con. And
really, because I was thinking about like how you did and everything because the 2 years ago you were at the doors. And then looked like this one, you were like kind of like back at your other spot from before. Like
no, I was actually right behind TCP.
Oh, you were
coming in the front doors, and if you would have been able to walk right through their thing, I was right on the other side.
On the other side, okay, yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was definitely. Well, you know what? He brought up an interesting point. He said that there was less dealers. I kind of noticed that.
Yeah.
So there was like more money to go around, so less dealers. So maybe that might have been part of it, and the fact that we didn't have a con last year was probably part of it. But I'm telling you right now, man, people, whether or not it was at my table or not. Veterans of the game, Jed, that have been going to these cons that know to do the walkthrough and to take it in a little bit at a time. We're walking around half an hour into the con with like fucking 5 bags full of shit in their hands. Like, holy hell, man, you guys couldn't wait to get in here.
People were ready. They were saving up. They're like, I haven't had a con 2 years. I'm going.
Did you ever watch Attack on Titan?
No.
I would say that the cons, the first like the opening bell of the con looks like Attack on Titan, but it would be a little
giant
lost
naked
on
people with all these teeth that are just smiling.
They're just like they're smiling and they're just walking around.
Like, damn it! I really wanted that fucking Robot Paradise Soundwave, but they don't have it yet. Well, I guess it's a Truck Noir shirt for me.
Truck Noir shirt.
Where's Virtus? Does anyone have a Virtus?
Bring your Virtus money. Bring your Virtus money, people. I have shirts and coasters for you. So yeah, I did really good. So thank you to everybody if you're listening, if you actually were there and got stuff. And I saw a lot of familiar faces, and it's always awesome. when acquaintances and friends come up and get stuff. It's cool to have their support, but it's also pretty awesome. I saw a lot of new faces, and I noticed a lot of people like on day one walking around wearing the shit, but like stuff they had gotten at past shows.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, I don't know, it sounds cheesy, but just as important as like making money.
Yeah.
Is like, it's cool. It's cool to see you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you came walking in wearing one. I love seeing that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, they didn't fucking, use to wipe up this fucking spill on their floor and then throw it in the washing machine, you know?
Give me a triple X Chuck Norris. You just see somebody mopping his soda up. That one would have been all about the money.
See, I got the Mirage that where you can't see me.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
That was Levy's idea.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I love that. I was like, oh, I have to get that.
Another dumb idea.
I think that idea is inspired. Thank you.
That is great. I do really like that.
So the big sellers, and no lie, the big sellers. Chuck Norris was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
The Starscreams one is always the Starscream Starbucks one is always a big seller.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The surprise was the Skylinks Mortal Kombat one.
Really
sold.
Well, Mortal Kombat did just come out again, so there's probably a new.
I came home with like one of those shirts.
Wow.
And the Jaguar one. So that Jaguar one always does really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Jed hates that one.
No, I don't hate it. I just don't understand it. Like it's every time I see that shirt, it reminds me of that Friends episode when Joey wants to wear all the fucking Porsche fucking jackets and shit like that because he wants to drive a Porsche. It's like, why would you wear a Jaguar shirt if you didn't drive a Jaguar? You know?
I agree with you because I've had like Mopars and Chevy, and now I got a Chevy again, and I'm like, I can't wear my Mopar shirt anymore.
Yeah, it's like
you
it's
really
a weird
offend somebody if you wore the Mopar shirt in the
yeah,
and you just rolled into like a car show.
Like
some people look at this dickhead.
like when you first put that out, I remember Art bought one for his dad because he had a Jaguar.
No, that was Will.
Oh, Will. That's
Will.
right. No,
By the way, Will does the funniest fucking impression of his dad, sounding super Asian. Like, do you ever hear him do it, dude? It's pretty fucking funny, man.
But yeah, that makes sense to me. But like, I just didn't understand it. But hey, it works.
Yeah,
you know? Why not? So
yeah, Brother Kyle. So we don't have to do like a crazy ass TFCon recap.
Right.
And we got toy news coming up, so we can talk about that. But I just wanted to shout out to Brother Kyle and Nate and Josh.
Did you talk to Candace and get to meet her?
I did. Yeah.
Candace.
Did you? Santor. Candace Santor. World-renowned artist.
On the second
podcast.
most popular Beast Wars podcast. We refer to ourselves.
Did you throw that at her?
Because she's so sweet and innocent, it's hard to like fuck with people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would have gave it to any of them other guys, but we always tell people that we're the #1 Beast Wars podcast, and we're not like
because we had like 100 more likes than their page.
Yeah, we had this thing going on with Stasis Live for a while. But
did you talk to Gary Chalk?
No.
Oh.
Before, when you said, did you see Candace? Yeah.
He wasn't going to talk to Gary Chalk.
Why not?
Did you go back there and give her the rape eye? Brother Kyle. Brother Kyle was there. Josh was there. And Nate was there.
Yeah.
Nate, out of all of them, was like a fucking little kid, man, the whole weekend, which was cool to see. Like, he was completely on, he was in his own world. Not in his own world, like he was hanging out with everybody, having a great time. But out of all of us, he was probably the most like a fucking kid at the show, which was cool.
Good, awesome.
Josh put his video out, and it didn't have 15 fucking minutes of flying video, so that was good to see. And Brother Kyle had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time, man. We missed you guys a bunch, and a lot of people asked about you.
Like who?
Gary Chalk.
Gary Chalk, really?
Gary Chalk.
One random person.
Yeah.
Gary Chalk, that was the only person. Yeah, just Bobby Diansky and Gary Chalk. It was like, where's Levy?
He's like, Mike Kincaid, right? Where's Levy?
Where's Levy? Yeah. We saw him all gooned on them videos. We saw his performance. You imagine if Bob Budiansky was like, Levy was high as a motherfucker. I can't believe Levy fell asleep during the Unicron review. We ate a brownie before that review, a brownie, and then hit a Devi, and during the transformation, let me pass out on the fucking couch, and I just let him sleep. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Shoutouts
that I can
plugs,
remember.
nothing?
Shoutouts, plugs. I'm just plug the Reflector Files we're nearing 10,000 on Instagram, so that
Awesome.
I mean not that near, but we're north of 9,000, so we're near enough.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Awesome.
Did I do any new? I didn't really do anything new. It's been so goddamn busy between gigs and the Angel Down show coming up and the shows and all that shit.
Yep.
And overtime at work has just been crazy. I haven't had a lot of time, but
At least that's over.
the Angel Down show is coming up next Saturday,
Oh yeah.
and that's going to be a lot of fun. Provided we still remember how to play, but this should be pretty fun.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Awesome.
What about you, Jed?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I just got a big bunch of shit today. I got one of those Jaggies. I got Sephiroth from the remake. I got Armin. Is that the crying blonde hair? Got two of those.
Spoilers. He's the new Colossal Titan. I hope I left enough space between spoilers and he's the new Colossal Titan. Yeah, bring back the fucking original theme song, goddammit. Every theme song since has been a fucking disappointment.
Yeah, it sucked.
But I'm sorry, go on. Hijack your...
Trying to think, there was... Oh, I got some Demon Slayer... can't remember what the fucking chick's name is, but anyway, I got her. So... Didn't get too much stuff, just all that stuff.
What didn't you get, Jed?
What didn't I get? I didn't get Virtus. That's what I didn't get. I also didn't get any AMC stocks.
Yeah.
I had a pretty big haul the last time, so I was kind of it was just that monthly, Ami shipment that I got. So, fuck you, John Bailey. As always, as every show we have to announce. Hopefully those fuck you, John Bailey shirts might be coming out soon to a Dragon Star Ink store near you.
Yeah, they'll be, yeah.
The Let's Go Brandon shirts.
No. It took me a minute to figure out what all that shit was, man. I kept seeing that pop up as a comment, and then I found out. Yeah.
Nothing really. I can't think of any shadows or anything like that. So, plug hiddentoys.net. Imagination on Display, a place where you can get all your cool niche Transformers, Marvel Comics, and other types of custom art from many artists online, including myself. I've mainly been having like my nose down in the 3D in Blender, working on that.
Yeah, the Jetfire look good, man.
Yeah, Jetfire.
I don't ever comment because I know
Skyfire.
I'm going to see you in person. I'll just tell you in person.
Yeah, I just got the head and the helmet and stuff like that done, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking just throw a render out there. It's Friday, fuck it, and see what people think of it. So, what'd you think of it?
I thought it looked good. I thought it looked. Yeah, it looked good. Joe.
What'd you think of it, lady?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't see it.
No, I'm serious. I don't know what you're talking
Oh, you don't really?
No.
Oh, that's right. You don't social media anymore. I'll show you a picture of it then. No, it's been
You don't have to.
been working on that. Well, not just for that. I'm gonna fucking show you right now. So now we're gonna stop the show.
Good job, Levy.
See that, Levy? We're gonna stop the
Now
show
we're gonna
just
be
for
sitting
you.
here until 12.
Just because you wanted to be fucking sarcastic, Levy. We're fucking putting the show to a fucking grinding halt.
Jesus fuck, Jed.
Hey, Jed, when the AM squeeze happens,
It looks
when the
good,
AMC
Jed.
squeeze happens, Jed.
You didn't see it yet.
It looks fantastic.
You didn't see it, liar.
Jed, I'm
Best
gonna
work you've ever done.
Eat shit, Levy.
I'm gonna light joints with a flaming Virtus after the AMC squeeze.
After. Thank you.
Crap.
Give it to me.
I gotta see.
Crap.
Skyfire's my favorite character, so
Dick.
you gotta pass that down.
I'll give you 300 standard freelance fee.
Get off this couch.
Come on, Gramps.
Yeah,
Meat.
really nice.
Christmas meat. I'll send you some Christmas meat.
Is that lens flare or is that a...
That is a shader that I wrote for Blender, which is a 3D program. So basically, it's a 3D modeled figure right? But it's made to look like it's drawn. So I'm going for the 90s anime aesthetic. I've been doing all my research, like fucking Ninja Scroll, fucking Record of the Lotus War, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, you know, fucking all the really good animations from the 90s and stuff, that art style. And then just getting all I got colors, I got authentic anime color swatches from the 80s and 90s that they actually used the paint for the cells that people found on Twitter and stuff like that to match up the colors and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. But that's like a full 3D model, so I could spin it around in any angle and all that stuff. So I plan to do an animation with it.
You should go on 3D Animators React.
3D Animators React.
You should
crap.
once you finish it, Jed, you should premiere it in an AMC theater.
Maybe the stock will go up.
Imagine Jed's gonna get that finished at the time Virtus comes out at the same time.
You know where it's gonna go?
Squeezes.
You know where it's gonna premiere? Jedflix.
Premiere an AMC theater, that'll take it to the moon.
Take it to the moon, Jed.
Oh man. No, I basically all the pieces are there. I just gotta put the alt mode together and then just rig the model, and then I'll have the animation ready to roll. So that'll be some fun.
Emergency vehicles coming through here.
Yeah, man.
Like right.
My car's not on fire, is it?
Mine's.
Probably
Yes, it is.
probably our friend with his camper.
Damn it. Yeah. Your camper on fire down the street. What's that smell?
No, that might be Jefferson was a volunteer firefighter for a while, and we saw him
I know.
come by in the truck. The one
Don't you remember I came in here the one time he was here hanging out, and I said, you know what I fucking hate? Those fucking firefighters. They're with their boots in the middle of the fucking road asking for money. He's like, what do you mean? What's wrong with that?
I saw him driving that big ass truck, and I'm like, dude, I wonder how many devs he did. And it's like, just drive by my car very carefully.
My brother used to drive the truck for the volunteer fire company in Palmerton. He he used to have the second guy in the back making sure he didn't fucking fishtail it into the fucking buildings that's going around the fucking corner. Wipe out the fucking house of five.
Tail gunner.
You know? Yeah, that's all I got, and that's all the shout-outs I have. Like I said, hiddentoys.net. Hopefully I have the animation rolling this week. Actually, I didn't do a lot of homework or anything. So the news and stuff, Levy, you know anybody that died past couple of weeks? That was
Oh, for Christ's sake.
usually have an extra one or two. Because I didn't do any fucking
My
homework.
interest in collecting. I'm kidding.
Did Jack Angel die?
Yeah, we got that last
before?
week.
You got that last week.
Yeah.
Jack Angel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I don't know.
No?
I don't usually write that stuff down because usually you do that.
I didn't do the homework,
No,
so I
I
said
got
fuck it. So anyway, I don't think so. But trailers,
We're usually a little more organized.
Yeah.
This is our freeform show.
I'm just
good job, Jed.
I'm freestyling it this week. I was busy making shit fucking in renders, you know?
Yeah, well, maybe you could have... Instead of putting your half-ass effort into that, maybe you could have put your effort into freaking doing the trailers and shit and your toy news, your nerd news.
You guys don't watch the fucking trailers anyway, so what the fuck am I saying?
I watch the
so
trailers.
your
When you
favorite
post them
trailer
early enough.
dropped, Morbius. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the Morbius.
Did you actually watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Really? What'd you think of it?
Do you really hate Morbius, or you just hate him in front of us?
No, I hate Morbius. I hate the character Morbius. I can't.
Do you like Jared Leto?
stand him. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a good pick, I think.
But no, I hate the way he looks. I hate the character. I hate the way he is characterized in the Spider-Man animated series. Fucking pig-nosed vampire. I can't fucking stand him. But this movie doesn't look bad. I'm probably gonna go see it.
Not in AMC.
Where are you going to go see it, Levy?
Marcus Theater, probably at the movie tavern right by my house.
I don't even know you guys anymore.
I don't support short selling.
I don't either. You know what? When the squeeze happens, I'm gonna do something real cocky, like flip you guys both $25.
Do you know what?
Okay.
Let me.
Oh, good. Then you'll have 50 for yourself.
I gotta go get a soda. I gotta go get something to drink. But you keep saying it over and over and over. But I don't think a lot of people that are listening to what the squeeze is.
The squeeze.
They're probably thinking of orange juice.
It's the AMC squeeze. Google the AMC squeeze, and don't ask me for shit a year from
I thought we
now.
were talking about Morbius, the pig-nosed vampire.
Tell them what a
Mor-
squeeze is.
Well, nobody wants to black out and shout financial. They don't really want that.
We already had that segment.
Yeah, they had that already. They're fine.
Second definition. Just tell them it's this one, this, and this, and this. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, hedge funds see a business that has the opportunity to go south. So instead of buying low and selling high like most normal people do in the stock market, they buy high and then they borrow the stock and sell it high, and then they try to buy it back for less when the stock goes down, which they expect it to.
And then they got to return that stock to the person they borrowed it from.
They have to return that stock.
That's how they turn their profit.
So they sell it for $10, let's say, hypothetical number. I borrow the stock, I sell it to you for $10, and then the company tanks and it goes down to $2, and then I buy it back for $2. Return, and then I keep the $8 profit minus whatever I owe in interest for borrowing it in the first place. So now you have bulls and bears. Now you have apes, and the apes are the people that are buying the companies that are over short sold. So if you short sell at $10, you only have $10 to make, right? But your losses could be infinite. So basically, if everybody buys the stock, well, now that your $10 stock is a fucking $42 stock, as it is right now. So now, not only are they paying interest on that stock that they borrowed, they're down. What I say it was 42, so they would be down $32 on every share that they're short sold. And at some point, they're going to have to buy them back. Yeah. And when they buy them back, the price goes up. And when they run out of supply, all I think the short interest is like 17% right now, which comes down to like 85 million that is over the actual float. So once it gets over the float and shit like that, and they got to buy stocks, and the only people that have them to sell back are the people that own them. Hypothetically speaking, if everybody held on to the stock long enough, the price would just keep going up, and you could hypothetically make a fucking ton of money. Or the weakest among us might see it hit $200 and be like, "Fuck that! I'm taking $200." And so it's a game of chicken. Once the squeeze starts happening, it's all a game of chicken. If people fold like a cheap suit early, it goes up to $150 or $200, and then it's over. But if everybody fucking got balls of steel, it goes crazy. So I'm aiming for somewhere in between chicken and balls of steel. Because some of these motherfuckers are insane. Like $100,000 floor. And it's like, no, it's not going to make it up to $100,000. You're going to be holding the bag at the end. You know what I mean? Because once the last share is bought back, it falls off a fucking cliff. So you have to be like really careful about, oh, that would be so mad, man. It's like, all right, my target, let's say, hypothetically speaking, is $500, and it makes us like $4.99. I'll throw every DVD I have right in the trash, which won't make any sense because then I'll have to go to theaters to watch movies again.
Now, do you think that's going to happen first, or do you think I'll get Virtus first?
I think that'll happen first.
Right.
You know what would be fucking awesome? If he gets the shipping notification for Virtus and the squeeze happens.
It triggers the squeeze.
Virtus is on, it triggers the squeeze.
Yeah, the release of Virtus triggers the squeeze.
What do you say?
When Virtus releases, we sell.
When there's like a butterfly flaps its wings in Japan and there's a fucking hurricane in fucking the Philippines. That's basically how it's going to work.
Virtus might cause the squeeze.
Virtus is released. Sell.
Virtus will only be available with Transformers in 2022 in theaters.
Yeah.
And you have to go see it.
Get a free AMC stock for every verse that you buy.
You have to have an AMC movie stub to actually exchange for your Virtus. Anyway, let's see. Where were trailers? Morbius. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, actually, the movie did look cool.
The whole fucking forcing the whole Venom line into the end of it was like,
I thought that was pretty funny, to be honest with you.
It was amusing.
Did you see the Morbius trailer?
No.
It was just like, hey, look, we're a shared universe. Hey. I was just like, oh god.
Speaking of shared universes,
I just looked at that as more like Marvel humor, more Marvel dark humor.
Yeah. Well, no, he's right though. They did definitely put it in there to let people know that it is a shared universe.
You got fucking Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
and the fucking Venom name drop.
Like,
so
there's questions about what universe this is actually taking place in,
right?
Because there's aspects of Like
Okay, ready.
the Amazing Spider-Man universe.
It's all of them.
Yeah, the Raimi-verse, the
all of
MCU, Venom. Like there's aspects of all of them in there. Like the when he's
is
walking down the alley and you got
Hold on
that.
1 second. Like, what is that? It sounds like something's
That's
being
the heat going on.
destroyed
turning
on
and
him
off.
downstairs.
Nah, it's the heat just turning.
Oh,
on
okay.
and off. Yeah.
I heard that a few times. It sounded like a fucking car was smashing into your house.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Wow.
the emergency crews came.
Sorry. Go ahead, Liv.
But yeah, no, when he's walking down the alley and you see that graffiti of Spider-Man and it says murderer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it makes you think that like that's the Tom Holland Spider-Man because he was
killed him.
framed for killing Quentin Beck, Mysterio, at the end of No Way Home, or Far From Home. But when you look at the picture, it's the Raimi suit. So, and then you got Michael Keaton, who's supposedly playing Adrian Toomes.
Batman.
And
Yeah,
he
he's Batman.
and he brings up that thing in California or wherever he said.
Yeah.
that thing,
Yeah, he mentions the thing in
he was
California, which is
definitely
the-
mentioning Venom,
Which is Venom.
and Carnage.
Yeah. So, and then like, you know, we know from the post-credit scene from Venom 2.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
So no
don't-
spoiler.
No, don't tell me yet either. Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
sorry. My bad, guys. I didn't see
Well,
the movie, but I did watch the post-credit
I'm sure
scene.
there.
I didn't see
we
that.
know there's a post credit scene.
I was waiting
There
for the
always
movie
is.
to come out. I'm still waiting for Shang-Chi, so that should be out real soon.
You should have seen that
Squeeze
in theaters,
killer.
man.
You're a squeeze killer.
You should have went to AMC. You would have.
Yeah, you should have seen that in theaters, man.
I saw Shang-Chi. It was good.
Yeah, it was real good. It was really good. I was actually
Yeah.
really pleasantly surprised at how good it was.
I think like I knew nothing about Shang-Chi, so
Same boat.
I think I have the best experience with movies when I go and I'm like
No expectations.
Yeah, no expectations.
Yeah.
Just
That's how it was with Guardians of the Galaxy too.
yeah, exactly.
I'd heard of them. I'd heard of the characters, but I was more familiar with the Yondu, Vance
original.
Astro.
80s, 90s version.
Yeah. Even though my familiarity with them was very small, I just knew them from like the Marvel Universe
You should. If you ever have
encyclopedia thing for like the Marvel role playing game shit.
if you ever have any free time, you should read the whole Annihilus wave
Yeah, I probably
trade
won't.
because that's the
That is
intro.
good. No, you should read that. That is.
That's
good,
a really
man.
good. It's
Yeah.
a really good story, and it's a,
Yeah, but that
it's a
involves
really good
reading.
intro.
I don't read no more.
It's comics.
I know. I don't read.
Yeah, he don't even count that as reading. I try to say comics, and he's like, "Oh, God, it's reading."
There's not the pure article that we get every week. You know?
Jed, I'll be completely honest with you though. When I flip a page in a comic book, and it's just like characters standing in a room, and there's a ton of fucking voice bubbles, I'm like,
Christ. That's how I used to feel about those. What were they called? The Marvel Encyclopedia or Marvel Universe fucking Volume 1 or whatever. And it was just a picture of the character and it had all the whole
that,
giant
yeah.
write-up. And then they did the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking
four
The Transformers one.
Transformers
They did that
limited
too,
series
yeah.
one, yeah, where they had the bio.
See, I enjoyed that
history.
shit because I enjoyed reading about the characters, I guess, more than what they were
Reading
doing.
dialogue.
Reading dialogue.
So you have like
And
all
then
the
I
word
flip the
bubbles.
page and
yeah.
it'd be just a giant splash page, fucking one frame. Yeah, this is awesome. It's like one box of text.
So,
Morbius. So we think Morbius. We think Morbius could possibly be happening during all the weird shit that Doctor Strange.
or something
doing.
like maybe there's going to be some sort of
Probably.
merger of all of the universes, and it's going to be kind of like what they did with the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover with the CW, the
Secret
Arrow
Wars.
CW verse. They
Secret
just
Wars too.
yeah, they just bring all the continuities together.
Yeah, Secret Wars. The main Marvel universe fought the universe that the MCU is based on, the Ultimate Universe.
Well, wasn't it basically
the end.
how did it go? Where there was a Galactus in the what were they calling the not 616 universe? I forget what they
The
were.
Ultimate Universe.
Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
So there was that Galactus that was a bunch of like a hive of robots or something like that. It was like eating, destroying
Galactus.
everything. Galacti or whatever they were called.
That was
And,
during the lead up to Secret Wars. You're talking about?
Yeah.
The Avengers, New Avengers, right?
Yeah. And then that's when their universes started to merge, right? And all those different things they were using, like they were blowing up different realities, right?
Yeah, they were
when the
like,
planet was trying to.
the incursions.
Yeah, the Illuminati were doing all that shit, right? And then that's when they did that whole like invasion, and then that's when Doom saved them all with that whole fucking planet in the center of the universe bullshit. That he had.
The Future Foundation built that life raft.
Yeah.
And that's where Reed Richards grabbed like 12 or 15 or whatever.
But
like
how did
superheroes.
Doom get all that power to do that? I forget.
In Secret Wars or pre-Secret Wars?
In Secret Wars, when he was like in charge of everything.
Yeah, he was the Rabum Law or whatever the fuck he was calling himself.
Yeah, and remember
had all
the thing was like the
Black Priest
wall
and all that shit.
And then there was the fucking whole zombie verse outside the wall, and
Yeah.
then
So
that's when Old Man Logan came from.
Yeah. Remember when we were talking about Spider-Man and I said Spider-Man and Wolverine were just on that detective in the story,
Yes.
and it was like a nice simple story.
Yeah.
Secret Wars and the lead up to Secret Wars was so fucked up.
Yeah.
I'd almost have to go back and read it again.
But that's what they did, though. They took the Ultimate Universe and they basically destroyed it, and they took the 616 and destroyed that, and then they just put it all together and said, "There's your new 616."
That's why Miles Morales is in 616 now.
Yep.
And a handful of other characters. Because that weird Reed Richards, what do they call him? The creator? Not the creator. Something
like that,
engineer or whatever the fuck they call him.
Yeah.
The maker.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
He was an asshole. Yeah.
But that was cool. That Secret Wars, man. That whole run was just awesome.
So, Levy, maybe that's what's happening.
Maybe.
Maybe pull a little bit of this from there, and pull a little bit from that, and there's your peanut butter and Spider-Man sandwich.
I just want to see how this all ties to, because this is the first like Midnight Suns movie. I want to see how this all ties to
with
Midnight
Blade.
Suns, man.
That'd be cool.
Because need a Ghost Rider film
and a Blade film. Bring back fucking Nicolas Cage.
No.
Bring him back.
No.
Aww.
It was good, but I don't.
No, the Ghost Rider movie was not good. He was
okay.
cool as Ghost. He was cool as Johnny Blaze.
That's what I mean.
But as a one shot, no connection to anything else.
Exactly.
If MCU is going to do Ghost Rider, I'd like them to take it a bit more seriously than Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
anyway,
which is a shame because he's an Oscar-winning actor.
I know, but I know I know exactly what
his body of work has not been stellar as of late.
Well, that's because he keeps hearing people like Nicolas Cage just do whatever the fuck he wants and it's fine, and he usually is. But
what was did you watch the new Witcher trailer?
Yeah.
What, for the second season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, Vanessa's into that. Is Vanessa in there?
No, that looks good too. We're really excited for it.
So it was funny. He went to get what's the minstrel's guy's name? Whatever. Jasker, and he's got him out of prison. And he was like, "What did he say?" He said, "Thank you for your patronage or whatever." And there was two fucking mice on a barrel.
Yeah.
He's like, "What?" He's like, "I found new friends."
Yeah, I remember that.
I've been trying to watch The Witcher, something the Wolf, season of the Wolf, or season of the whatever,
the anime.
Man, it's so good, but I can't make it past 20 minutes because I always watch it at night and I fall asleep after like 20 minutes. Not because it sucks, but I gotta like pick a daytime time to watch that shit. The animation is so. Who'd you say it's done by? The Castlevania people or the Voltron people? One of those two, right?
The people that did Masters of the Universe, and they did Castlevania.
Yeah. Because
Powerhouse Animation.
You could tell it's cut out of the same cloth, man.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It is good.
More of that. I want more of that animation.
Just the opening with the fucking people getting wiped out. Like, you're like, oh, this is definitely my fucking type of show.
Oh, the family.
Yeah,
and you just see the little
fucking
boy
vines and shit.
The arm fall on the ground in front of him. I'm like, this is great. We need more of that. Not that we need more of that kind of violence. That's fine too in animation or whatever. But I mean, like, it's like that. You know what is annoying? That they're putting this anime label on just about anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like the War for Cybertron was under the anime section, and it's like that's not fucking anime.
No, it's not.
It's cool and it's animation, but it's not fucking anime.
No.
But they're putting that label on all kinds of shit.
Anime needs to be made by Japanese animation companies. This anime is Japanese.
Well, you could have stuff that's anime style. Like I would consider
it would be anime styled. It's not anime.
But I mean, I'm talking about shit that they're labeling anime that's not even fucking anime style.
I know.
Like,
Closest thing would be anime that was done by non-Japanese fucking studio would be like Legend of Korra.
Yeah,
right? And that's not anime, but it's really good.
I would consider. I call it a subgenre called American anime.
Yeah, it's influenced by anime.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not.
But it's not anime.
Right. Yep.
No.
No, that's not
definitely
not anime. No. Pshaw.
Anyone who thinks that's anime is naught but a dirty plebeian.
Somewhere out there, Doors is like, why does everybody talk like me when they're trying to be fucking snots? Doors, I would just like to apologize personally to you. Doors is our friend in the UK.
Did you ever watch?
I don't know what he sounds like, but that's how we think he is.
Did you ever watch Rocky and Bullwinkle show?
The Rock, yeah.
Do you remember like sometimes they had those side stories, but it was like the old guy that would sit next to the globe?
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, when I was in a safari," and so that's what I think of all the time. He'd be like, "Quite, yes, quite."
Like I just pictured him like the Monopoly guy when you talk like that. Sorry, Doors. We love you.
What were the other trailers that came out? That's all I can remember. That was
Anybody see that leaked? Leaked Spider-Man, supposed Spider-Man trailer, the final trailer.
No,
I don't know if it was legit or not, but like Matthew Murdock shows up at the end. Probably not.
I don't believe half that shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know the guy that did the music for the CGI animation, the Fall Cybertron thing that I did the voice for Starscream? Mm-hmm. He's been doing a bunch of like fucking Blender, like fake things like that. They're like, oh, here's the on the set thing of Optimus Prime transforming, and it's like one of those fake video type of things. So when I see shit like that, I'm like,
yeah,
it's either somebody just made it or it's fucking trash.
The most impressive
I know another trailer.
Made up trailer I ever saw. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Thundercats live action Thundercats one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
dude. That one was there was like scenes from Troy in it, and they made Brad Pitt into Lion-O or Tigra. I can't remember. Did you ever see it?
No,
dude.
It's been a while.
Wait, let me.
The Book of Boba Fett was another.
That's what it was. Yeah, the Book of Boba Fett.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. Did you see this trailer for a Christmas movie coming out with Neil Patrick Harris called 8-Bit Christmas?
No.
No, you should watch that. It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good. It's basically Christmas. It's a new Christmas story where Neil Patrick Harris he's telling his kids about when he was a kid in 1988 or 89. He's not sure which, but like it's basically a story of him when he was a kid trying to get a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool.
You check out the trailer.
Instead of the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely
check out the trailer. It's good. It's real good.
Let me show him this trailer real quick. That's pretty fucking good, man, isn't it?
That's terrible.
I think it's pretty good.
Trash.
Like I think the movies they keep teasing us that are gonna come out eventually is like Voltron. Wasn't there a Robotech one that they always keep talking about?
There was a long time, the whole Robotech Macross movie live action thing, even long time.
Yeah, didn't Tobey Maguire want to be in the
was that maybe? What was who was
in the Robotech one? Some reason I just see like I remember hearing like Tobey Maguire wants to be
maybe that might
the Robotech movie, or
was it who? Oh, man, I'm trying to remember. No, was it? God, I can't. There's so many different like big star actors that were involved with all these type of projects. I know Keanu Reeves was involved with Akira, right? At one point, I think.
What the hell was he going to play in Akira?
Tetsuo, maybe. I don't know.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. And then I remember. Oh man.
That's a little case of weight washing going on there.
How
you gonna put a white dude?
Well,
in
yeah, that was before the whole
movie.
fucking like, hey, you're not Asian. Oh yeah, that's right. Maybe we shouldn't,
The dark times.
yeah. What was the one that Shia LaBeouf was supposed to be in?
Transformers.
Yeah, he was in that. No, he was involved like in something that just
Even
came
Stevens.
You're no help, Levy.
Sorry.
Shia LaBeouf has Jubei Kibagami. Ninja Scroll.
Why can't they just walk?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember there was a lot of big names that were attached to the whole Macross thing because that was talked about for a long time, for like 20 years now or something like that, I think. But hopefully they'll never do it. Anyway, Book of Boba Fett. Did you watch that trailer?
There's a Boba Fett trailer?
Yeah. It's a series called The Book of Boba Fett.
Kick it up.
Okay, I don't know if I'm in the minority on this one or not, but and I really like Boba Fett, but like part of Boba Fett's charm, or not charm, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like was the fact that it was the mystique. Now that he's taken his helmet off, it's like he's just a dude.
The mystery is gone.
A dude before, but I don't know.
He was a dark, mysterious figure. You never saw his face.
Yeah.
I get you.
I'm interested. I'm going to watch it, but the trailer did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell you much. Yeah.
It's basically like the fucking Godfather in space. Waiting for him to walk around with a fucking bat and smash one of those dudes in the back of the head.
Throw up 8-Bit Christmas.
What is it called?
8-Bit Christmas.
8-Bit Christmas?
Yeah. Right there.
He said right there.
Oh, yeah.
Levy, when they got mad at the game, it should have showed two kids
fighting their controllers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look pretty good. Wait, what was the details? When is it coming out?
November 24th.
Nice.
I think.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
8-Bit Christmas. Nice.
Yeah. And that's one, Neil Patrick Harris is smart because that's one that people watch every Christmas. It'll be like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a cross between like you said, A Christmas Story and like Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Where he's like telling the story and they're doing that's cool. Awesome. I watched an awesome anime. I just found out about it. Like somebody,
is it American anime?
It's a Japanese anime. It's I don't think I need to.
Real Japanese people.
Yeah, when I say anime, you guys don't have to put any type of adjectives in front of it because it's definitely a Japanese anime.
Oh, okay.
If there's subtitles, it's an anime. Anyway,
Absolutely.
so I was in the Blender fucking Discord chat and they were talking about the animation in it and stuff like that and the style and everything. I'm like, what's this? And they're like, oh yeah, man, this is fun. And it apparently came out like a few years ago, right? But it got kind of pushed aside a little bit because of fucking Attack on Titan. So it's called Gate. Did you ever hear of Gate?
No.
So this is great. So this is the premise. So in modern day Japan, a portal opens.
Is this going to make me think you smoked weed on the way here?
No, it's such a simple concept, but it hasn't really been done, and it's really good. So modern day Japan, a portal opens up, and all these fucking soldiers and fucking D&D people come running out and start killing all these fucking Japanese citizens, right?
Like Pacific Rim?
No, it's more like if they came out riding horses and like fucking trolls and hobgoblins and kobolds and all that stuff came out, right? Fantasy characters come out and they start fucking mostly, the bad fantasy characters like orcs and stuff. And they start killing all these people like in downtown. I think it's Osaka or something like that. Well, then they fucking run back into the portal. So the Japanese are like, send in the fucking military. So they get the Japanese Defense Force and they all go through the portal with fucking tanks and helicopters and jets and fucking machine guns. And they start fucking wiping out all the fucking D&D fucking people on the land. It's fucking
Is
like
it a movie or a series?
It's a series. It's 2 seasons. It's like fucking Call of Duty meets fucking D&D, and it's so good.
That sounds amazing.
It's so awesome. They're like fucking, oh, here comes the enemy. They're like fucking charge, and these fucking mortars go off. They're just fucking blow up half the fucking army. They take out a fucking dragon with a fucking RPG and shit. It's fucking awesome.
And what is it? It's called Gate.
Gate. Yeah, I have it. I will make it. It is available on Jetflix.
I'll watch it on Jetflix because I know that shit ain't in AMC anywhere.
The first, I have the first 6 episodes up. I watched the whole season in the past couple of days. I watched all 24 episodes.
I thought you said you were super busy the last couple of days.
That's why I've been super busy watching Gate. it's great. It gets kind of weird in the middle there, like a Japanese weird, like all Japanese anime kind of does.
It got really Japanesey.
It got very Japanese, yeah. Like when they bring them over to like
somebody got fucked like with a penis on the end of a tentacle.
No, nothing like that. But it just got like weird Japanese characters. The one fucking chick's an elf. She looks like D-Lit, type of thing. They got the long ears that come straight out. Yeah. Which I did. I rewatched the record of the Lotus War. Did that too.
Yeah.
Yep. I was kind of disappointed in that animation wise. Like I wanted more of that berserker dude and the chick. They were the two of those. They were kind of like side characters. They got introduced like 3/4 of the way through the series.
Yeah.
But
Oh, the dude that just kind of stayed quiet and just went crazy every once in a while. Yeah, I like that too, man.
but yeah, no, that gate's awesome. But kind of like slows down a little bit, and they talk more about like, oh, let's build shit around the town. We're helping refugees, and then like, you know, they bring some of the characters into like modern day Japan, and they're like, wow, look at all the fucking buildings and everything like that type of shit. So, but it's good. I like it. I liked it a lot. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, you gotta check that out.
Well,
It's up there right now.
Exclusively on Jedflix.
Exclusively on Jedflix.
Ba-bum.
That's all I got. I can't think of anything else. Like other news.
Jedflix and chill is when you watch a movie and then you go out and cut the grass.
No, you have your wife cut the grass.
While you're watching the movie on Jedflix.
Jedflix
When the
and
kids
chill.
and the wife are fucking upstairs sleeping and you watch fucking Japanese anime, that's Jedflix and chill. Make a bowl of popcorn. I don't got anything else. Do you have any weird news this week?
I have weird news, by the way. AMC is going into the popcorn business. They are, for real. They are.
Serious?
They're going to start making their own popcorn. So next time you're Jetflixing and chilling, if you're not going to watch the movie in AMC theater, you could at least have their popcorn.
God. I'm not eating that trash.
Their popcorn never tastes any good in the theater.
Nah.
I'll tell you what, like, not to fucking sound stupid, but I make popcorn with those silicone things in the microwave. So it's like just the straight up kernels you pour in instead of like the fucking fold up bags and stuff. And I've been like spraying like sunflower seed oil on it with the nacho cheese shaker thing. It tastes fucking awesome. So we got like my kids got one of those popcorn bags from Trick or Treat. Someone's giving out fucking bags of microwave popcorn. Fucking weirdos. But anyway,
Yeah.
weird. So my wife made it the other night because she was just fucking lazy and didn't want to make the regular popcorn. She gave it to my daughter and she's like, it was like full of butter, like movie butter. She's like, I don't like this. This tastes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What? Do you know why? Because my kids don't go to movie theaters.
They cut the grass.
They cut the grass. They watch all the movies at home.
Edge when mom's cutting grass.
Vital
Kids are edging.
childhood experience, Jed.
They saw one movie, I think, in the theater, and that was the Batman Lego movie.
There is a Batman Lego movie 2 coming out.
Really?
Yes, there is.
Awesome. I love that movie.
I didn't see the first
Lego
one.
Batman 2 2022.
Awesome. So what you got? What's your weird?
Oh, wow. So
News.
from...
Are we on weird news?
Yeah. This comes from CBR.com. Fraudster blows nearly $60,000 in federal COVID aid on mystery Pokemon card. So a man from Dublin, Georgia, faces a $250,000 fine and up to 20 years in prison for spending more than $57,000 of COVID support loan on a Pokemon card.
Wow.
Can Charizard prevent COVID? Like, burn it up?
When's your arraignment date, Levy?
I don't collect Pokemon. I play Magic.
Oh, that's right. Same thing.
No, it's not. Magic's actually a good game. Trying to figure out what card it was.
Is that whole Black Lotus thing, is that Pokemon or is that Magic? Or
Oh, so no, I'm sorry. They never revealed exactly what card it was. But they say such high-value purchases are not out of the ordinary in the world of Pokemon trading card game. One of the most valuable Pokemon cards ever recorded is a 1999 first edition Shadowless holographic Charizard number 4, which is sold by Heritage Auctions for a total of $300,000 in January 2021. Now I remember this one because this was a printing error where the shadow was not printed on the card. And so it was only produced in very small quantity before they
Fixed it.
corrected the error and added the shadow. And this was a foil card of that printing error. So $300,000. So yeah, they didn't reveal what card it was that he bought, but he spent like $60,000 of COVID relief of a COVID relief loan that he received for his business.
Oh, man.
It's like, I can have a lot of hookers and blow, or I
Yeah.
can get a Pokemon card.
yeah,
Definitely Pokemon card.
A lot of shares at AMC. So chose.
So he
it's a
was
lot of Chuck
charged.
Norris shirts.
He was charged with a single count of wire fraud as a result of $57,000 purchase. According to court documents, he lied in his application for an economic injury disaster loan, misrepresenting how many employees worked at his company. So, yeah.
Damn, that's filthy.
That's weird.
It is weird.
That's some weird news.
Yeah. So my next story comes from Newsweek.com. Bear mauls cancer patient in vicious attack inside her California home.
Wait, what was that headline?
Bear mauls cancer patient in vicious attack inside her California home.
That doesn't sound weird. That sounds
He always
horrible.
does this. He always goes down some dark, depressing road, or some kid.
I got some weird news for you that happened to me today, by the way.
Well, no,
That
it's
reminds
weird
me.
because, like,
That reminds me.
she's a cancer patient,
Right,
and she has to deal with a bear attack in her house.
That's depressing, Levy.
It's terrible.
Well, yeah, it is terrible. I feel really bad for her.
You know why you feel bad? Because it's fucking depressing.
Oh, did you hear Lauren died?
Lauren,
Really? Did the cancer finally take her? No, a bear attack.
I thought you were going on to the next story.
It's like the lady that got her face ripped off by the ape.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was hard to look at.
It bit her hands off and ripped her face off.
I probably would have just, if I could even talk at that point, would have just told them to let me die.
Yeah.
What happened
Yeah.
there?
Gun.
What was that story?
Chimpanzee went crazy, and
Chimpanzee.
it was a chimpanzee.
Wow.
They're dangerous animals.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
They're stronger than you, and they will fuck you up if they get the notion.
They had the phone call, like an audio of the 911 call, and
The owner called 911. She was
horrifying
screaming,
to listen
"It's
to.
killing my friend." It was her chimpanzee that she owned. And yeah, it's like you can't keep those animals
Wild
as
animals.
pets.
Yeah.
Just say the safe word.
Yeah. The safe word is, I'd like to keep my hands, please,
Wow.
and my face.
And it don't take a big ape to fuck up a human. Like, apes are, like, they're strong little fuckers, man.
The safe word is cinnamon. Cinnamon!
So this woman, she was living in isolation. Let's see here, in Lake Tahoe, North Lake Tahoe. She went to live up there while she to isolate to deal with her stage 4 lymphoma. While she was sleeping, she was alerted to the presence of someone inside the property after being woken up by loud noises coming from the kitchen at approximately 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Upon investigating the noise, she came face to face with a large bear which was skulking around the kitchen refrigerator.
Hey, boo-boo.
Do you have any picnic baskets?
Yeah.
But what about the cancer, Yogi?
Jesus Christ. This show's going downhill.
Don't worry about the cancer, boo boo.
I could smell someone was dying in here. I just let myself in.
He must have come straight at me. I only have a vision of the paw. It was dark, and then I'm getting torn up. She recalled that she was bleeding and scared and screaming during the ordeal, but still found a way to fight back, throwing a quilt at the animal and screaming at it.
A quilt.
A quilt. Though this initially failed to deter the animal.
She should have threw a picnic basket.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that, but the bear eventually left her house after it saw her husband and son.
They were naked together.
What do you throw a quilt at it for? Here, be comfortable. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, you just throw the quilt over and he just falls asleep. Like a bird, you know what I mean? You do that with birds and shit.
Go birds.
Go birds.
The birds.
That wasn't the only bear attack story I had seen this week. I can't remember the other one.
So I was driving up to Lehighton on 309 and 443.
Condolences.
Yeah, and I was fucking, I saw someone like wiped out a skunk and stuff like that. A lot of fucking roadkill, right? Mm-hmm. But this was the fucking weirdest time I ever saw any type of roadkill. So someone fucking had hit a deer, right? Mm-hmm. But there was a deer, and the deer was dead because it was all a fucking big bloody mess. And it was standing up, propped up against the guardrail, right? Mm-hmm. On his feet, right? And someone had fucking chopped off its head.
Oh, come on.
So there was a fucking...
A headless deer.
Fucking headless deer. Like the fucking cartoons, like the fucking neck bone right in the middle with all the fucking meat around it and shit. Just standing there fucking like fresh, fucking just propped up against the fucking car. I was like, what? Blood all over
his head to make a trophy.
Yeah, they cut the head, probably had a big rack on it or something like that, and just fucking chopped its head off. Yo, Jim, look at that.
Oh, that was the time when I shot that 15-point buck.
Yeah.
Remember that, Ned?
Yeah, I remember that. We got that chainsaw and cut it right off.
But I would have lied about it. I would have said I wrestled it. Yeah. I killed it with my bare hands.
Somebody stopped fucking and chopped the fucking deer's head off and fucking propped it up against the guardrail.
Franklin, get the saw.
Man, seriously.
I got something. Whew. We can mount this.
We got one.
Never ever fucking saw that before in my life.
I have seen them when I drive to work in the morning, like there'll be a deer on the road with antlers and you drive back after work and the deer's there with the head, but no antlers because people go and chop the antlers off. But I guess they were like, why make 2 cuts when you can just make 1?
I've heard of people calling the game commission and they'll get the fucking roadkill and they'll get it butchered for free and keep the meat and stuff like that. But never fucking just chopping the fucking head off for the fucking trophy, man.
If I was going to do that
in somebody's head or in somebody's bed,
I would cut the head off and then I would bring the whole deer home and I would have the deer body in one room, like up against the wall, and then in the other room I would have the head.
I'm pretty
the strangest mounting ever. Yeah.
Phasing through.
It's the Kitty Pride deer.
I'm pretty sure the person that cut that head off never got anything from Santa, and he's mailing that to Santa.
Yeah.
Just be like, man. I found one of the heads of your reindeer. Bring me
Painted
presents this year.
Yeah, it was just weird. I thought it was like a Halloween prop or something like that.
Levy, what other depressing shit do you have for us?
Anything about penises?
So
the only reason that you're not getting fired from this job is because there's just nobody else on the podcast.
I guess that's fortunate then. This comes from our BBC correspondent, Doors.
BBC.
So thank you, Doors. Man gets eaten by piranhas after drowning in lake while
Can you read it? Can you read it like Doors would?
Crikey. Yeah. Game the character.
He has his pinky out.
Man gets eaten by piranhas after drowning in lake while escaping bee attack. The man's badly disfigured body was pulled out of the water and it was clear the carnivorous fish had made a meal out of him.
Carnivorous.
A man's disfigured body has been recovered from a lake in Brazil after it was ravaged by piranhas. The 30-year-old was fishing with 2 mates when they were swarmed by a group of bees. In an effort to get away from the attack, they jumped into the farm lake in the municipality of Brasileirândia de Minas Gerais. Estados de Minas reports the 2 friends managed to swim away to safety. However, their pal could not be found. The fire department was called to help find the bloke, and an officer was about to dive into the lake when they were told it was full of piranhas. The body was eventually found 4 meters away from the shoreline over the weekend, and authorities could immediately see the carnivorous fish had made a meal out of him. Newsbeaser reported the fish tore open several parts of the body and tore open the right side of the face. Authorities were initially uncertain about about whether the man died as a result of drowning or whether he was feasted on by the fish. However, Lieutenant Tolentino, commander of the 3rd Platoon of the Military Fire Department, revealed the man's body was discovered in a certain position that is common in drowning cases. The man's body was eventually handed over to his family so they could perform a funeral.
Oh, jolly good.
Jolly glorious.
Jolly good. Jolly good.
So he did drown first.
Apparently. That's what looks like what the evidence is pointing to.
Well, that's good, because I would rather drown than be eaten
Die by piranha.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's horrifying either way.
I just keep thinking of the movie Piranha. Like,
Yeah.
keep fucking pulling pieces of your flesh off.
I just saw Piranha 3D. You ever see that? I think that was a
James Cameron?
It was what's his face?
Or he did-
Doc Brown is in it.
Or he did Piranha 2, I think. What was the one with the flying ones? There were flying piranhas. That was 2, right?
I think Rames was in it. I can't remember.
That sounds like an asylum picture.
Yeah.
The same people made Sharktopus.
I saw
80s.
River. I watched River Monsters. I used to watch River Monsters a bunch or whatever. And he did an episode. He just like sat in a pool with him. So as long as you're not like you're not flailing around, like that's the come eat me signal for piranhas.
Oh, distress.
But if you chill, they'll just kind of like hang out. I'll take his word for it.
Yeah.
I'll watch other people do it. I would never do it myself, but apparently that's the...
Even those dumbasses that like go fucking fishing, like hand fishing for like fucking catfish or whatever.
Catfish, they're crazy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I would do it in clear water, but I don't, like, you know what I mean? When it's real muddy, you see how they do it. It's real muddy and shit. You can't see shit. How the hell you know what the hell's
sticking your hand in the fucking hole?
Yeah, nah.
It's like that
I'm
fucking
good.
scene from Flash Gordon when they had to put their hand in the fucking wood, and there was the big fucking scorpions. They're like,
Yeah,
remember that?
No, thanks. I'll just
Flash.
I'll just go home.
He saved every one of us. Sorry. Any other weird news?
Well, this is not weird news,
Oh, just regular
but
news?
this is I'll call this this is why I love animals segment. This is why I love dogs. Loyal Laverne dog named Rocky defends family from mountain lion in backyard. So a brave pooch is recovering after fighting off a mountain lion roaming around a Laverne home Monday. Laverne, California. The pit bull is being called a hero by his family after defending their home, chasing the mountain lion away near the Angeles National Forest. As soon as she saw its eyes, Mary Padres can be seen in home surveillance video coming back inside the house screaming, "The mountain lion was looking right at me. It was huge." Wait, where's the rest of the story?
Reminds me of South Park. It's coming right for us.
Just gotta yell, it's coming right forward.
So, both of her dogs tried to bark the mountain lion away, but their smaller dog, Rocky, went after him. He bolted right after the big cat, out of their backyard and up the hill behind their home. Video shows the scary ordeal in the backyard of the house. Now Rocky has scars to prove how bold he's willing to protect his family. This is a little graphic, but they say we saw the hole all the way down to his brain. To make sure that I was okay, that's the whole reason he went after that mountain lion. Padres and her family grabbed flashlights and went looking for Rocky, despite the mountain lion still being at large. We wanted to protect our dog. So, they found him with 8 large puncture wounds that require 30 stitches, but he's expected to be okay. So, kudos to you, Rocky. So,
Well, at least he ended on a positive note that time.
well, I wouldn't have told it if it ended on a negative note like that.
I have coworkers that live in Colorado, and I have coworkers that live in fucking California, and they both told me about seeing mountain lions. And fuck that shit, man. Man, the one dude took a picture of one of the mountain lions in Colorado. The fucking thing's huge. Like it's like the size of a
man.
fucking Kia, man.
You wouldn't be able to leave your
car.
animals outside.
Oh my god, no. And
or kids.
my other friend was sitting there
Well,
working.
I
I was
guess.
on a conference call with him, and he told me that he saw a mountain lion jump up on his fucking concrete wall with like 3 cubs and just fucking walk through his yard.
I was
Fuck
amazed.
that.
I saw a fox this morning. I was like, Kim. My wife's name's Kim. I'm like, Kim, there's a fox over there.
We see them every once in a while around here. We'll see one run by, but they're rare.
Yeah.
I mean, a rare sighting anyway.
But to see a mountain lion.
You don't usually see, like, I know they're around, but I usually don't see one.
There's a bear that's in our neighborhood. He goes after the neighbor's ducks. I didn't know bears ate ducks, but apparently they go after like the baby ducks and stuff like that to eat them. Yeah.
It's not a picnic
And
basket.
pumpkins, they eat pumpkins too. Apparently that's why you're not supposed to plant blueberry bushes in your backyard. It'll attract bears.
None of your stories this time around were as good as that one, Levy. Not the last podcast, but the last one I was on 2 ago. Tells about some dude that was in a search party.
Oh,
looking
yeah.
for a dude, and then he asked who they were looking for, and they showed him a picture, and it was him.
Yeah,
Jim,
he joined a search party looking
Anyone
for
find
himself.
Jim? Yeah, me. Right here. I'm here.
Who you guys searching for? I'll help.
I wouldn't have told him. I would have just looked at the picture and been like, noted.
They're just
All right, let's
walking
go.
through the woods. Jim.
Yeah.
We'll find that guy, I swear.
It's just an opportunity for me to smoke weed in the woods.
So that's it for my weird news.
Toy news. We got toy news, and then we got Q&A, Andrew, in case you were wondering. But toy news. We got quite a bunch of toy news to go through. TFCon happens, and we got to see the MMC / Ocular Max table. So long awaited Ocular Max Remix is finally showing off like a color test shot or prototype or whatever this is. Color test shot, I guess.
Did you pick that up and mess with it?
I did not. I did not. I didn't touch any of the shit. I didn't know we were allowed to. And then Brother Kyle was like, yeah, I was fucking with this stuff. Because he said he messed with the first aid.
Did he break that too?
Why? What did he break? Did he break something?
You're usually not
Everything-
allowed to touch it.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess with it. I just went up and took pictures.
Everything Brother Kyle touches, he breaks.
He does break a lot of shit, man. He definitely got a ham fister.
I'm giving him
going
shit.
on.
It's not true, but I just give him shit every time he breaks something.
He breaks more shit now that he's skinnier, which is weird. You expect him to be manhandling shit when he was bigger. Yeah, man. I can't wait for these. These have been a long time coming, right?
I remember when they
These have been
showed
2 or 3 years ago. They showed us these.
Showed us Rumble
I thought
hammering away.
I thought they weren't making them anymore. I thought they were done.
Yeah. And there he is in tape mode. I like how they figured out how to. Well, I think the MPs, the little MPs, did the same thing. Had the weapons as part of the transformation, or didn't they?
Yeah,
Did they?
they did.
Part of the transformation, meaning
Or like,
They were
like
the
they're
weapons were integrated.
integrated
with
in.
Laserbeak, I know it was.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's good. So hopefully the other three
I'm trying to remember if
won't be far behind.
Rumble and Frenzy. I don't think they were. I think because they could hold
No.
those guns.
I
yeah.
think because they had
Yeah, you plug them into the back.
pistols that they would hold.
Yeah,
But Laserbeak and Ravage had their weapons integrated.
right.
Anybody else in on these besides me?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for these for a few years now.
Blaster needs better cassettes.
I remember when they showed these. It was in Canada show, right? When they first showed them, right? The render.
think so.
Might have been. Yeah, might have been. Yeah, and that's going back 3 years.
I was going to ask you guys, when you guys were at TFCon, I totally forgot. But who showed that? It was like a Cybertron mode, like Skyfire. Do you remember that? It was at the show 2 years ago.
Cybertron mode Skyfire.
Yeah, remember that?
And it wasn't the cross dimensions thing?
Was it cross dimensions? Was it a cross?
I can't think of anybody else. The only other Skyfire I can remember is like the X2 Toys did like a Headmaster version of Skyfire, but he just looked like same old
this
Skyfire.
This was like 2 or 3 years ago that they showed it in the conference room, and it was like a great prototype.
I think that was the cross dimension.
Was it cross dimensions one?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's
The one that we
the only other
got?
one.
The one that came out?
Yep. Unless there's, I mean, because
I was thinking of something else. May I'll have to look it up.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Up next on the Oculus MMC table, they had their first aid. I didn't handle this thing. Brother Kyle did, and he said it felt pretty good in his hands. But
Was that before or after that he broke it?
before it broke it, I just looked at it, and I think it looks awesome.
Who makes this?
This is Oculus, so this will be the all-in-one combiner. The one thing I noticed about it that they got right that they didn't, I don't think they got right with Vortex and especially Blast Off, is that even though you can see like they probably got the fist inside, they found a way to separate the ankle rocker off of that piece, and they just made it its own piece because Vortex, Blast Off didn't even have an ankle rocker. And Vortex had a really limited one because it was all connected to that hand up inside his shin. So when you tried to like pull the rocker in a little bit, the fist would actually hit up against the inside of the shin. So it was kind of limited, but it looked like they have, which is cool. It's like if you're gonna do that, it's cool. I just hate when they do it at the expense of articulation or aesthetics in general, you know. But
I'll tell you what, man. When I was putting that model together, because I've been like just making pieces of Skyfire, but when I just started putting it all together this past week, people that design this CAD engineering for this type of stuff, it's hard.
Yeah,
because like you look at something in this mode and you're like, man, that looks great, and then you try it like, oh, I can't fucking move the leg back because there's a fucking part in the way or whatever. It's like being able to do even this on top of it. That's people should really get more respect for that type of shit. Yeah, they're definitely there's every time. I mean, I know that a lot of masterpiece transformations are a pain in the balls and stuff like that, but there's across the course of the transformation, there's always like 2 or 3 times where I'm like, whoa, look at that shit. Like, well, I know you keep saying about how the Zeta Unicron from the sphere into the robot.
The sphere, that's outrageous. That's even though I know people had a hard time with that, I don't think it was a hard transformation. I think it was just hard to get it all to interlock, like to clean it up at the end. But regardless of all that shit, getting a sphere to that such a clean robot, man, that just, you know, especially when you look at what the fucking Hasbro Takara came up with.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. I mean, it's a great planet mode, but you know, compared to Zeta, you know what I mean? That's some crazy feat of engineering.
Yeah.
But and even more so, like you said, this being a triple changer, basically, like getting all that to work while integrated is pretty impressive. And this looks really good. I'm pretty excited.
Like,
to get
where
this
the
set
fuck
started.
does that hand come from?
I think it's up inside his shins.
Okay.
I think it's all right. Where's the other picture? I think it's right. You see where that panel is right there?
Yeah.
I think it's right up in there. That's where it is on Vortex.
Crazy.
So, anybody else in on this set?
Josh is. But
I am.
Are you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you? So when you do your combiners, do you do a team and a combiner, or do you just do one?
I just do one.
Yeah.
But if I have, like, you know, in theory, my plan is if I have, like, you know, 3 Bruticus's from different companies, if one's better in robot mode, I'll put them in robot mode and then leave another one in combined mode.
Yeah.
Kind of cover all your bases.
I'm doing these guys for my individuals, and then I'm doing the X Transbots one for combined. That's my plan, at least, anyways.
Now, see, X Transbots kind of lost me. Like what they did with Menasor and the trailer being like $250. I'm like,
yeah, they sprung that on everybody, man.
I'm like, nope, nope, not doing another combiner with them.
And last, speaking of Bruticus, last on the MMC table was they're doing a G2 Bruticus, which is just. Man, I know we got friends that are into G2.
Gort
and Jay Luzon loves G2. They're just and like the G2 fans love G2.
Yep.
But that is an eyesore. I mean, it looks great for what it's supposed to be, but man, robots in disguise, dude.
I love G2.
Do you really?
I love the bright colors.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Well, if you love G2, you probably like this. This looks.
I'm all over that.
I'm surprised nobody did a Ruination yet.
Oh, give them time.
Yeah.
I think they will if they
will.
You know, yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, are these able to scramble city?
Not that I know of.
The arms and the legs can, like, the arms can swap back and forth, but
Yeah.
But can they? Because if they're integrated, the hands would be.
Oh, yeah.
The hands would have to switch.
Oh.
They probably can't at all. And the feet, the rockers would probably have to go
Wouldn't it
a
just
certain way.
Wouldn't it just be like a swivel? Just swivel the arm all the way around the other way?
Yeah, but your thumb's still going to be in the same place no matter where you put how you swivel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, well, if you swivel it over this way, then it becomes the left arm. But if you swivel it this way, then it's the right arm.
Yeah, but your thumb is still... Matt, you're doing that with your left arm, but your left hand is always going to be on there no matter where you put it.
Oh, right.
So
Oh,
your
I see what
thumb's
you're
always
saying.
gonna be
Yeah.
in the same place.
Right.
I think I was thinking of, like, the Hasbro hands that they had, because the thumb would actually switch from top to bottom depending on what side it was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like with Ruination, they were in a different configuration for the component.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Like blast off. Well, basically they were reversed, I think, because I think blast off and Vortex were legs, and
were they?
No, I'm pretty sure. I know blast off at least was the left leg. Unless I'm thinking of a different remold.
Blast off's the leg on that.
Yeah.
But there it's...
No, there's the same.
Yeah, I've seen different things.
Deviant art shit. Somebody.
Yeah, I've seen different representations, but I guess maybe it was a different remold of the Bruticus.
Yeah, it must have been something else. There he's the same.
Yeah.
Anywho, so that was the only stuff that was out on the floor MP wise.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the the DTOFs. They usually got the prototypes and DTOFs and shit like a bunch of. They didn't have any of that shit.
Nothing.
Yeah. Nope, none of that shit.
Yeah, but you said what didn't you? Oh, but wait, I thought you said the Zeta was there with the train but that was in the TCP case.
TCP had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TCP had them.
Yeah, I remember we saw Overlord.
Yeah, Overlord
there.
was crazy. I remember seeing that for the first time.
Fucking
like, damn,
bolted into
give
the
me
wall
that
and shit.
Yeah. So we could rip through some of the slides. I didn't save all the slides. I just saved kind of the MP scaled stuff. But Fans Hobby's doing a Siren out of their Go Shooter, which we had to see coming. We saw new pictures of their Double Dealer, which I can't wait for. That one's going to be pretty awesome. They're doing some. I don't know. Do you ever see this? They're doing like a alternate robot mode, wings and like a dive bomb head.
Interesting.
Yeah, go birds. Kind of cool. Yeah, go bird. Yeah. You know what? I was gonna go birds that, but I thought for sure there was gonna be more birds like towards the end, and then it was the only bird, and it was right in the beginning, and I wasn't prepared.
Which figure is this?
This one, Double Dealer, and really it's Dick Bird. I should have given him a go birds during that one, but I didn't.
Oh no, I thought you said that they were. No, never mind.
Fans Hobby also showed off. I guess they're doing. I think that's Overload.
Yeah.
From the Cybertron or from the Unicron trilogy. So I'm not much of a fan of that stuff, but I don't know. Fans Hobby always makes cool shit. It'll be cool. It just won't be cool enough that I'm gonna buy it. And this one, or wait, no, that's so that shows it hooking up with that Optimus Prime. They're making that. What do they call it? Naval Commander?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's gonna hook up the Overlord and hooks up with him. And then this one had people kind of excited, man, because this seems to be a fan favorite of a character, Tidal Wave.
Yeah,
doing a Tidal Wave.
Yes, I've been waiting for a decent Tidal Wave.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, because that, like, out of all the shit that got shown, that got one of the bigger eruptions out of the crowd.
I was actually hoping Hasbro was going to do a Titan Tidal Wave.
That'd be pretty dope.
And now the rumors are that Metroplex, that stupid.
I saw that the Cybertron Metroplex, right?
Cybertron Metroplex, which is trash.
The one that transforms by just like he just goes like this.
Yeah. Just like some weird sort of excavator or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a weird choice. Yeah, Tidal Wave definitely would have been a better choice.
Yeah.
Now if we could get Fans Hobby.
Who's making this Cybertron Metroplex?
Fans Hobby.
Oh, the Cybertron Metroplex? That's supposedly the next Hasbro Titan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you need to take that Tidal Wave and somehow retool that shit into a broadside. I would be happy with that shit, because it's probably going to be a big guy, I would imagine. Okay, and then Fans Toys. Fans Toys showed off a bunch of stuff. They're doing an Outback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's cartoon accurate, but those feet look a little weird.
They do look a little weird, don't they?
Yeah.
I would actually have to go back and watch, because I don't remember his feet looking like that, but I'm assuming they probably did, because that's what they look like there. But it's definitely
G1's blocky, and then he just has these, cone-shaped feet.
They look like dress shoes. like Galvatron has them dress shoes that looks like Galvatron looks like he's wearing.
Man.
Galvatron looks like he's wearing spats.
Yeah, like
Cybertron slippers.
Yeah, or he's. I'd have to go back and look at that shit. And there's the alt mode looking like we think it would. Oh, trusty Decepticon detector. He better come with a Decepticon detector, or somebody is getting my bad cube out back without his. I lost that shit.
The bad cube stuff is plummeting in value now.
Oh, totally. Yeah, because I was going to keep I was going to just have like Fans Toys Outback and keep my bad cube Outback. Remember when it came out, I was like, wow, these are fucking awesome. And they were, for the time, they were great. But like as time goes on, you just see how outdated everything gets. Speaking of outdated, well, I shouldn't say outdated, because that DX9 Richtofen was pretty good. But here is Fans Toys Power Glide.
Meh.
You don't like it?
I think he looks good.
I think he's really good.
I'm not a Power Glide
You
fan.
don't like Power Glide?
Yeah.
He's a dick. He is a dick.
To the kitchen.
He really did mistreat that girl all episode. He really did. And she loved him. Mm-hmm. And then we were all wondering why fucking chicks like the jerks when we were growing up. Like,
Yeah.
Power Glide taught all them
Yeah.
chicks that's what they were supposed to be chasing. Just go find yourself a boy like Power Glide.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Before you know it,
And
you'll
away we
be
go
cutting in the grass.
to the grass.
He
That
looks
guy-
a little skinny. I don't know.
I remember that
In
was
robot mode? Yeah.
Yeah.
that episode.
I remember him being a bit more squat.
That episode of our podcast that we said Power Glide's a dick was. It's still like I think the #1 episode that we had most downloads for.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, he does. He looks a little more athletic. I mean, that's a Fans Toys thing too, though. Like Fans Toys, it must have been really hard for them to make that second Sea Spray because they have a hard time doing stuff like that doesn't look super heroic. It doesn't matter. Like I feel like they could put out a wheelie and he would look super heroic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like I think that's what they're doing here. Like they just, Power Glide was a little bit of a short dad bod kind of dude himself, but here he looks like he could whoop some ass.
I'm sure they'll have the front chest piece open up and they'll have like the heart inside. You know,
I don't know. Like they should, but Fans Toys don't always give a shit about accessories or gimmicks, I guess. So we'll find out. There's the plane mode. It's crazy, man. I looked up one of these planes, and
is that a Warthog?
A10 Warthog.
Yeah, and to me that looks super skinny and shit. But
Yeah.
that's what they look like.
The plane looks good.
Yeah, those fucking things that destroy people from the air, man.
Yeah, that plane is basically a 30mm Vulcan cannon with a plane built around it.
But they fucking turned him into a fucking stunt jet idiot.
Yeah. That plane is basically a tank with wings.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, and then it's just you're dead.
Yep.
And then they showed off
Kind of like the one scene in Gate.
Fans Toys showing off their Scourge or sweeps, I guess. Pretty cool.
Terminate him.
So my plan, I don't know if anybody into the sweeps here. Are you into? My plan is to have a Fans Toys Scourge and then X-Transbot sweeps, just so my Scourge could be like a little bit different. Or are you going all Fans Toys?
I'll go all Fans Toys.
I really,
I have one. I have the Scourge from X-Transbots. I'm not a fan of it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. But I imagine these are going to be so much better.
I'm sure you should make the X-Transbots one your Scourge and have Fans Toys sweep.
So is that going to be a 3-pack?
I don't know.
I hope not. It will be like
$1,000.
$600, $700.
Six. You're
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was close to $1,000.
Yeah,
$700. Well, okay, so
$300 a piece.
I heard from a I shouldn't say fairly reliable source. I heard from a very reliable source that the Fortress Maximus, even though it's going to be 42 inches tall, and even though the head is costing $200 and some bucks, that they're trying to keep that whole project south of $1,000. I heard $800 to $1,000. That's what they're trying to aim for. I don't know how the hell they're going to do a 42-inch a body. Well, not counting the head and whatever that would end up being 38 inches or 37 inches or whatever that would end up being for $600 to $800.
Very true, Levy.
I just hope they do the body in like two separate pieces or
Like
something.
they did Omega.
Yeah, like they did with Omega, because it's going to be too big to ship.
2 legs.
It's going to be hard to
2
import.
arms and
It's going to
head.
be, once you get over a certain size box,
I'd say.
it's impossible. Like Gabriel was hard to import because of his size.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they did him all in one piece, didn't they?
Yeah, they did him all in one box, and the box was huge, and getting that shipped in from Asia was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably.
What happens if the Fans Toys is not as tall as the X-Transbots? Then what are you gonna do?
That's an
Reverse
interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting proposition, man. 'cause
What do you mean?
If you have the tall one, the Scourge got to be the tall one.
the
Yeah,
sweeps?
yeah. The Scourge would have to be the taller one, right?
Yeah.
But if they're shorter, then your plan's kind of fucking skewed.
Dude, that would be such a Fans Toys thing to do, to make it like a half-inch smaller on purpose, knowing that, God damn it, now I got to buy 3 of them.
So
They'll scale it with their Galvatron and
that's
their
true,
Cyclonus and everything. So
are they showing like different aesthetics or mold for Scourge, or are they all exactly the same?
All the pictures that we saw were pretty much the same.
Okay.
And they were all grayscale, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Try and pick out differences. Yeah, I don't know.
So just the 3 of the exact same mold, right?
Space hovercraft.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know why they would do anything different.
Space slipper.
So the sweeps, yeah, they look good. And then this one kind of got a pretty good round of noise from everybody, but they're doing the Autobot Headmasters.
Did they finish the Decepticon ones?
Chomp is the last one.
Oh, okay.
they got word that MMC is definitely out. Or not MMC, Make Toys.
Yeah, Make Toys, a couple of just dropped in value even more than it already was. You probably get one of those for like $40 or $50 at this point.
That's a big toy, man.
They were good.
That'll hurt somebody.
They were cool.
I got the hardhead, the Make Toys hardhead, and he was
a cool figure.
Awesome.
Weren't they always like TF Source always like selling the Make Toys Headmasters like super cheap like all the time?
Yeah, once they got KO'd by Yes Model.
Yeah.
Both of them. So then the prices kind of like fell off after that.
I'm happy they're doing Chrome Dome though. Like he's a favorite of mine. I love all the Headmasters.
Don't you kind of wish they would have started with Highbrow and Brainstorm just because we haven't gotten them yet?
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. I'm like, I'm gonna buy them all anyway. So.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
but yeah,
See, I saw this coming eventually. Like because as soon as they did the whole 4MAX head, I'm like, they'll just do Headmasters then eventually too. No.
And alt mode looking good. Yeah, I like it.
Was it like a space car or was it like a Fiero or something?
No,
it's a future car.
Future space car. Yeah. Planet X showing off what is going to be their sludge. We saw that Grimlock. You saw the Grimlock? That thing was way bigger than that. Was like MP scale.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised about the size of it.
I was surprised. It was big in dinosaur mode too. Yeah. I was like, man, that's impressive.
Because Planet X usually they do kind of like a large chug scale for all their stuff.
Yep. That's why I was like, I wasn't getting this figure till I saw it in person. That's one of the figures I was like, yep, buying that now.
Yeah, he was pretty impressive looking.
And they're saying that sludge is not in scale.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Well, it means it's not going to be in scale. That representation they have there is not going to be representative of the size difference between the two figures.
Right, but what do you think? It's going to be bigger or smaller?
It's going to be bigger.
I think it's going to be bigger.
Yeah, he's going to be
They probably made him that size so he could fit in a frame.
Yeah, in order to be in scale with Grimlock, he has to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this based off the video game or is this based off the IDW?
I think it's based off IDW.
So is this the Dinobots, a DYNO? Dinobots?
Nah, because when they were the Dinobots with a Y, they were Cybertronian like tanks and shit that kind of look like vehicles that were made from metal dinosaur parts.
I think those.
I thought they were dinosaurs.
Those are
Dinobots.
These are the dinosaur modes that Shockwave gave them, and I think this is from the Shockwave one shot.
Okay.
Yeah, the Spotlight, right?
The Spotlight, yeah. Shockwave
Nick
Spotlight.
Roche, right?
I think so.
Nick Roche, yeah.
That was where they took organic beast forms when they came to Earth.
A repaint.
Yep. Up next, we got the MMCs redoing their Skylinks in the cartoon colors.
So I thought that was the toy colors because the toy colors, the toy,
or maybe that's what it was.
Had, like really light.
I thought
blue.
they said cartoon.
I thought they said cartoon, but yeah, it is that light blue from the toy. I'll tell you what. I don't know if we're ever going to get like a. Well, I shouldn't say ever because that's a long time. We might, but it's going to be interesting to see if anybody ever does an actual MP Skylinks because he would have to be pretty huge. But if they never did, like I would be cool with having that in my collection as my MP Skylinks.
Wasn't that teased by Fans Toys at one point?
It was teased by Gigapower. There was a Giga.
Oh,
there was a Gigapower.
We'll see that in 2033.
Was that the Shadow that you showed that one time, like 6 years ago or something?
It was probably a good.
You're thinking of Virtus.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was pre-Virtus.
Yeah, it was probably a good 5 or 6 years ago. They Gigapower showed off. They teased Overlord, a Skylinks, and an Omega Supreme a while ago.
Yeah, I remember the Omega Supreme.
Yeah, he was kind of big and he was kind of big, but he was sort of stylized looking, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So you like the light blue better than the dark blue?
You know what? The slight color differences, like I don't know. Some people pick that shit out a little bit more than I do. Like I'm not really I'm not a color Nazi as much as I am a scale Nazi.
Yeah.
Like the colors, like I know I replaced my Galvatron. I got the newer Galvatron with the movie paint job, but for the most part, the colors don't really bother me a whole lot one way or another.
Is stylized, in your definition, basically anything that's not G1?
No, stylized is like let me think of a good example of something I have.
It's done in the style. It's the style.
Like you ever like the Warbitron is stylized. Like it's G1-ish, you know what I mean? They all still turn into the same vehicles. They're still the same basically the same color schemes, but they're just not
G1?
They're just not not slavish to the cartoon, you know?
So not G1.
Well, no, because
you have other stuff that's not G1, but it's not stylized. It's some other series, you know? So, I mean, you can't say it's that the defining factor is that it's not G1, because if something's based off of, or if they're doing like a Transformer Cybertron figure, that's not G1, but it's not stylized.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think a better definition for stylizing would be where it takes cues from the G1 figure, character, whatever, but they put their own spin on it.
Kang Toys, Predacons.
Isn't that an homage?
Yeah, that's stylized.
I mean,
no, an homage to me is like when you're trying to be the original, like the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that's will be my definition of
I was just wondering if like stylized meant where like some people use stylized where they say, well, I don't want this to be exactly cartoon accurate. I want it to be a little bit stylized, so it kind of has like a little bit of a modern look to it.
Quakewave is stylized.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely is.
But I'll still put that in any G1 MP style collection.
I guess there's just
because
like
it's close. It's still close enough to G1 to really evoke that G1 styling.
Well, then you could say that like if you want to use Kang Toys as an example, then
that's a far degree of stylization.
That's not really stylized. That's more like a version of it or a variant or something.
No, I think there's degrees of stylization. Like Quakewave is on the shallow end.
Quakewave is in the infield. Kang Toys, Predacons are on a warning track.
Kang Toys, Chong Toys, whatever you pronounce it, they're at a much greater degree of stylization. But there's still definite cues there from Predaking and the Predacons that still evoke that. The color, the animal choices.
Okay. So just different styles.
The general anatomy of the robots and the animals. You know, like how the Kang Toys Rampage still has the tiger head on his chest. King Leo or whatever they're calling it has the lion head on his chest, just like him. Their version of Dive Bomb still has the bird head helmet thing going on, has the wings.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So,
I get it. I just didn't know if that's. I guess it's a loose term.
Sure. Like let's say that IDW Comics never existed, but they started putting out those designs. Like to me, that's stylization.
Sure.
Because all of those characters still, like when you see IDW Ultra Magnus or IDW Hot Rod or whoever, like it's like, all right, I know exactly who I'm looking at, but they're decidedly different.
Not to argue a point or anything like that, but when someone says it's stylized, they usually use an adjective before that. They say it's this type of style. Like it's this Renaissance style, or it's stylized like an anime, or it's stylized like this era.
It's doggy style.
It's doggy style. Yeah. But when you say it's stylized, I mean, I feel like you're missing an adjective in the beginning to say what kind of style it is, right? I guess I'm splitting hairs, but
Now,
like
when it's stylized, when you're saying it's style like anime,
yeah,
you're explaining what it's style like, but when it's stylized, it's different than.
like I'll give you an example. So like okay, so go back to that rendering, like 90s anime style. It's stylized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, but when you say stylized, I would think you say, well, is Kang Toys is what, like Zoid stylized? It's the Zoid stylized or something like that, right?
I would say it's Zoid's influenced.
Influenced. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like stylized to me is kind of like it's almost like how we do our covers sometimes. Like,
yeah, in the style of.
do we? Nah, like we don't really say, well, let's play this like COC would have played it or Motley would have played it.
No, but you could say it's in
It's just-
in the style of like say hard rock or a style of metal. If you cover a rap song and you play it in the style of hard rock, right, or alternate style.
Well, that's going out of genre. I'm just saying, like, if you stay in, you're playing a hard rock song and it's still hard rock. It's like, are you playing it exactly to the disc? Like you're playing the arrangement the exact same way, all the same notes and shit like that.
Or you playing the style of Angel Down.
Or you put in your own spin on it, you know?
Right.
No, but I think you can still change genre and still call it stylized.
Yeah.
Because like you can take a hard rock song, make it country or something like that. But if it's
I
got
don't
the
know
same,
why anybody would ever do something.
if it's got,
me either.
For the sake of example, right? It's got the same lyrics, it's got the same notes, just different instruments, different arrangement, that sort of thing. But the core is still there.
Less twang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the same equivalent of, say, doing a cover of a song in the same genre, but like maybe changing some things around. That's Quake Wave. Whereas taking Enter Sandman, doing a country version, and you know playing it with banjos and,
my God.
and whatever else, that's Kang Toys.
Yeah.
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 So
using the term stylized in general is okay, but then you can kind of be specific and say it's in the style of this, right?
Right.
As a
it's in the
comparison.
style of Doggy.
Moving on.
Moving along.
You will not fuck me like a dog.
Right, we are
Moving right along.
It's the style. It's
We've seen these
style.
renders a bunch of times.
Yes, exactly.
We don't have to like talk about all this shit. So
There it is.
He looks so good.
yeah, that's a big boy, by the way. I think he's bigger than the Zeta and the Toy World Combiners.
That's perfect too, because I think Predaking should be bigger than the Scramble City Combiners.
Well, you got the new the 8-team, transformable feet now, right?
Yeah.
So that
Like there's
kinda,
like 8 figures in this combiner now.
that adds up a couple inches right there.
I'm not into that style.
Well, it's stylized. That's why. It's in the style of Doggy.
So they call the feet that turn into the wolves and shit like that. They called him
I wish
like
make that the name of the episode.
In the style of Doggy.
in the style of pork. They called him like C7 or whatever. Like they numbered him like he's his own member, their own member. But then I heard from somebody that they're coming along with,
I told you that.
the feet are coming along with other characters.
Yeah, the next 2 figures are releasing. They're going to include a foot with each one.
So the ape
So you're getting 2 robots.
and the lion.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's going to do for the price, though.
Probably put it up a little bit, but at least it's not going to be a separate purchase if you don't need it.
That'd be great if you're a Transformers fan with a foot fetish. Free foot with every purchase.
And they're dogs, too.
Yeah.
So they're doggy style.
Oh, my feet are barking.
Dad joke hour here in the Black Out and Shot Show. I'm out on this set because they go a little too far out there for me, but he's definitely cool looking.
Yeah, they're definitely country Enter Sandman.
This is country Enter Sandman Predaking.
Did you see some of the pictures of the close-up shots of the bull and the ape?
I did. I'm pretty sure I put them up too.
Do they have they shown a good version of the like a prototype of the ape mode?
Yes. Yep. I don't think that's... Is it that set of pictures?
Oh, no.
They show a real close-up picture of his face. Yeah, right there it is. See it? No, the other one. To the left.
That's not the ape?
No, to the left. Right there.
But that's
Oh, he really totally looks like an Iron Kong. That's awesome.
They have his mouth like open and yelling and stuff like that. There's a better picture, Mike. I don't know if you have that in this group of pictures. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's awesome. I love it. I love gorillas.
I don't know who is trying to argue that this wasn't Primal, but this is absolutely Optimus Primal. No?
I see a little bit there, but
Is there like a ring in his
Stylized, Levy.
it's stylish.
Is there a ring in his
style.
Is there a ring in his face mask there, or is that it's like a lower jaw thing or
It
something?
looks like it's like highlight from a shadow. It looks like it's
okay.
molded that way.
Yeah.
Like the chin, it looks like Galvatron and Cyclonus. They have that like soul patch.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a robot soul patch a little bit on the.
And you think that's Optimus Primal?
Absolutely, I think this is Optimus Primal.
What makes you say that?
Well, because he's got the Optimus horns. He's got the Optimus crest on his head. Regular eyes with a mask with like the.
Did you say horns?
Yeah.
Optimus Primal has horns?
Well, the
Points.
The point, like the
the
antenna. The antennas, I guess.
get your head in the game.
That looks like it's going back, not up.
Well, yeah, they're different.
They did go back on Optimus Prime a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Did they?
Yeah,
Huh.
they didn't go. They weren't like short and stuff. They weren't like molded
they
into
were-
the helmet. They were still separate pieces.
I thought they were straight up.
Oh no jumpy, no jumpy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump up on you.
Not on my lap.
I'm talking to Cherry. You stay down. Come on.
And there is.
Oh no.
Ooh, wow.
We're trying to keep the dog off the couch because she's in heat and we don't want her to have her period all over everything. She's spotting.
Ew.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Cherry.
You got that white shirt on and shit.
Ew.
Keep her away from you. It's all right, Cherry. You'll be fine.
So look at that ass.
What?
The rhino ass.
What's the line?
Someone needs to get a fucking Ace Ventura figure and like cut it in half and glue it to the back of that rhino ass.
What's the line from Tommy Boy about you could get something about the butcher but you could stick your head up the bull's ass or whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever it was.
So long. The only thing I remember from that movie anymore is when he was vacuuming all the moths coming in from the fucking window, I think. Housekeeping.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
It's crazy. Like this looks. I'll tell you what. I'm glad they did Dive Bomb and Razor Claw next because if they would have did him next and the ape, I would still be in on this set. Because to me, he's still close enough to what I remember Headstrong being.
He looks
Like-
cool too. He's got that cool face on him.
Yeah, man. Got the shade. You got the fucking Terminator shades on him and shit.
Yeah.
Oakley's.
Yep.
What's wrong with the dive bomb that you don't like?
It's not that I didn't like it. I thought he was really cool, but that was where they started to veer far off the path. And if he was the only one that was like that, but then the Razor Claw was even further. Like this one and the ape, I think is cool. I mean, I know the ape we don't have anything to go by because they never had an ape.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I'll just come over to your house and check yours out, Levy. When we eat,
hell you will.
When we eat the chip, do the one chip challenge. There is a rhino mode.
Which that looks pretty cool. Like you said.
Yeah, I dig that.
Like I
You'd be
said,
one of those guys that just goes in for, one of the 5 combiner pieces. Like that guy that just gets swindle. That's
Or
all
like-
I need.
Hey, I see where this is going.
Or
Michael
just like
Kincaid.
Snarl. Somebody that would just buy Snarl.
just by snarl
and Starscream. Hey.
Just by snarl.
Like not even the main guy. Let's get
It's my favorite Dinobot.
let's get the guy that shows up for 6 seconds in the movie.
Oh, hey,
He's-
good.
Meanwhile, I'm in on 3 sets of Dinobots now.
Which one is Snarl? That's all that I always forget about.
I love Snarl. He was the best.
What's that?
So which one is Snarl anyway?
He's the Stegosaurus.
Oh, he's the Stegosaurus.
Yeah. Whooped everybody's ass. Anyway, wasn't in the movie. Cool. What's that little... Oh, the hammer. That's right. The fucking hammer.
Next, we'll have to backtrack a little bit. So, X-Transbots is doing an Ultra Magnus.
God, it looks so good.
It
Yeah,
does look
really
good,
good.
man. There's some poses in here that like that one.
How the hell do they do that?
Dude,
It's just
straight magic.
It's a
man.
render. They just turned it and moved it.
That is not a render.
I'm joking.
That's amazing because you can't get the MP Ultra Magnus to do shit.
Yeah. Good luck trying to get the MP to do that.
How close is this being ready to ship? Like, that's my question. Like, that looks like a test shot that's like ready to go.
It looks like it's almost done, so I'd probably say about 3 years.
2 years, yeah. I know everybody's gonna laugh at this, but it said in second quarter of 2022.
Yeah,
I can believe
all
that.
lies.
Yeah.
All lies.
From what I see there, I mean, it'll probably come out before Virtus, so.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised by that, to be honest with you.
It probably will.
The end of the universe will come before Virtus.
The only thing that I would like to see out of an Ultra Magnus figure that they haven't done yet, and I know this isn't like cartoon canon, is that it's more of a toy thing, but doing the white Optimus Prime as a core robot. One of the legends, I can't remember if it was Magic Square or it was New Age. They did it, and they kind of had like the thighs like over top of like.
Well, there was
the Optimus Prime one.
The rumor was that they were supposed to just sell this as armor for MP. Jesus, what was before? What was the second version Prime? MP10. Thank you. Before MP444 came out, and they never did it, and then they just went ahead and just did their own figure.
I mean, regardless, like that's me just being nitpicky and stuff like that. Like, all that being said, this is a crazy good looking Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, it doesn't have the masterpiece butt flap either.
Nah. It's
that back looks really good.
Clean as a whistle.
Comes with a matrix too.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it does come with a matrix. That
it doesn't open though.
He won't be able to open. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, he doesn't have any time to actually try. Because he doesn't have any time.
Well, that's
for this.
no buy. That's clearly not accurate.
It's stylized though.
It's stylized.
This is not stylized.
Right. Yeah. Right. He's right.
Can you pull them apart? Like how?
Yes.
Oh, there's trailer pics. Pull those trailer pics up. I didn't see. Oh yeah, I did see those pictures because cab opens up.
Hold on, go back to that picture. What is going on there? Like, did they just?
It's got 2 seats.
No, but like, where's the front of the cab? Did they pull it off?
Here for better driving room display. Some parts are hidden.
Oh, it would be helpful if I read.
Yeah, because there's the pin where the thing will probably go, I guess.
Now this is a render, right?
No,
yeah, that's a render. That's a render too. That's not.
I can't tell from here.
Does he look? He looks like he might be a hair smaller than the MP Magnus, because the MP Magnus is pretty goddamn big height wise, and that he only like Optimus Prime's up to his shoulders in that one, and I think that's. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a slightly smaller Magnus. Like, he looks to be more like Grinder, Fans Toys Grinder size. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good looking Magnus.
And we haven't really gotten we haven't gotten a Fans Toys Ultra Magnus. We haven't gotten anything that would really compete with this.
No, you're right. Oh yeah, shout out to this dude. I forgot to do this during plugs and hauls and all that stuff. So this dude on Instagram, his name's Colin Tupper, and his handle on Instagram is Little Tup 3D Prints. And he hit me up and he wanted to send me this 3D printed and Transformer. And it's a Tesla truck.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty dope. And it's like, so he 3D prints other shit. This is actually his first attempt at a Transformer. And I think he said he was right around my age. He's like 43 or 44. And he's a big G1 fan. So he purposely wanted to make it like old and blocky, like, G1 style. He calls them optimusprime. And he even found a way to sneak the Tesla symbol into the design, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So yeah, it was a pretty good. I mean, especially for like a first attempt. It's 3D printed, so it's a little fiddly or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I don't judge this as I told him I was going to do a review on my channel, and I'm not going to judge it like it's some like it's a X-Transbots or Fans Toys. I'm going to judge it like some dude that's self-taught 3D design, and this is his first attempt at a Transformer. I thought was pretty freaking good.
Even the swords are Tesla symbols.
Yeah. You know what? That's probably, I did not notice that before. It is, man. They're Tesla symbols. That's great.
It's really cool. I actually have this truck on pre-order, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this truck. I got Hot Wheels did a 1/10 scale RC car of it, and I got the little Hot Wheels regular Tesla car.
Yeah.
Wait, are you on pre-order for the actual truck?
Yeah.
The real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool. That's cool.
And there's I got some more alt mode pictures somewhere. There's rolls like a champ. Does actually roll like a champ. But yeah, it's a pretty good effort, man.
Cool.
I was pretty impressed. And honestly, and they're kind of hard to see, but he even worked in, unlike the Sentinel, worked ratchets into the hips and the knees and everything, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. Like,
cool.
I told him, I'm like, man, if this is your first shot at a Transformer, it's all uphill from here. You know, it's going to be pretty cool if he decides to do any more. But yeah, so check him out again. That's Little Tup 3D Prints on Instagram. And I don't even think he's selling these. I think he just kind of like does the models and puts them out there. If people want to grab the files and stuff like that and make their own, they could. But
nice.
Yeah, so I thought it was cool. Yeah, he hit me up and asked me if, you know, if he sent me one, if I'd take some pictures and stuff. And he asked me what colors, and I told him I was an Eagles fan, so if he can make it in
nice
green and gray, that would be cool. And as it turned out, he lives in Jersey somewhere, so he was kind of local. So very cool shit. Anyways, just wanted to throw that into the toy news. X-Transbots just showed off a quick pic of their Deathsaurus, which is going to be humongous. Space Chicken. I can't wait for that.
What happened to MMC one? That's something like I feel like I've had on pre-order for like 3 years now.
What the hell did they call him? They named him after the dude that used to be on Shattercast. Yeah, that's what they call him. DZEF, yeah.
It's called DZEF. It was named after Decepticon.
He's just like another dude that has a site like this one, just like a photo site.
There they are. So
train
beautiful.
bots, some scale picks for the train bots. So that is some big boys, man.
Yeah.
I'm all in on them.
Yeah. The only thing, so I get the two. I get like one set for individuals and one set for combined, but I think I'm going to hold off on the second set. I'm not getting the Takara ones. That thing looks like a mess to me. I was going to get 2 of these, but I think I'm going to wait because if Moon Studios, I mean, they're obviously Zeta. If they do the same thing they always do, they're going to end up putting out some metallic paint finish one. So I'm going to wait to get the second one until they decide to do that.
That's a good move.
Yeah. It's tough though, because I just want to get both, but we all know better at this point. But yeah, there's some nice looking bots, man. So we don't have to go over. Oh yeah. So here's Kang Toys is doing a Dinobot team, which is crazy Zoid looking. At least these drawings are. Mm-hmm. And somebody said that they saw on a TFW board somewhere that these are going to be a combiner.
I wouldn't combine them. I'd still get them, but I wouldn't combine them. Dinobots don't need to be combiners.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way. I'm fine with it if you want to do it. Like Dino King looked cool, man. That thing was it Dino King? Did they call him the
Toy World one?
Not the Toy World.
G Creation.
G Creations, yeah. That one looked pretty
what the hell
sick.
did they call that one? Shuriking.
Yeah. That thing looks sick.
I had him for a while. I ended up getting rid of him because I had to like thin the herd a little bit, but he was pretty fucking cool looking.
Yeah. But some of the other ones look dumb.
Yeah, I agree with Levy on the Dinobots, man. I always loved the Dinobots being as badass as they were as individuals, you know? And the whole Combiner Wars thing, to me, is when combiners jump the shark a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, not everything needs to be a combiner, you know? Mm-hmm. But I guess we'll see. I kind of like this is cool that they put a Spinosaurus on the team.
I really like that Grimlock. I think it looks really cool. He looks like the Berserk Fury from Zoids.
That is a lot of, what do you guys call it, Greeble?
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of Greeble.
Yep. Yeah, right there. He looks just like the Berserk Fury from. And go back again, real quick. He's even got the nodules. Those little red circle things are like little nodules on the Zoids.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
they definitely Zoided these up.
Yeah, like if you look at this one and then you look at the Berserk Fury with the storm unit on it, it's got those things on its back there. You know.
Yeah, man. Transforming.
I wouldn't be
Zoids.
surprised.
Give me more.
I wouldn't be surprised if he can straighten out and open his mouth into a charged particle cannon, like the Berserk Fury.
The head kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Godzilla head, but yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, these are neat, man. Nothing I would ever get, but
you said you didn't like that sludge.
I don't. Yeah, the sludge. I don't know. It's weird. Like you just got the head hanging off one side of them and the tail hanging off the other. Like they couldn't figure out what the hell to do with it.
But that actually reminds me of the Shenlong Gundam from Endless Waltz.
He looks like he got like a flamethrower or some shit.
Don't forget those aren't his arms. The arms are there,
yeah, the arms are in here. Yeah, I get it.
They should be like more like out to their sides, I think. But you know, probably for display purposes. For the picture, they didn't want to throw them all the way out to the side, like you know.
Yeah. No, see, I like that configuration. I think that's really cool because you can use them as weapons, like for like an extended reach and shit. And just like the Shenlong Gundam did.
I keep seeing like with all the weapons and shit on their backs, reminds me of Dino Riders. You know, with all that.
Yeah, it does remind me of Dino Riders. Yeah,
and Zoids mixed.
Yeah, they're cool.
Definitely.
I really love
definitely
that
not buying those, right, Mike?
No.
Nah.
I really love that Grimlock. Yeah, I'm getting all of them.
Me too. I'm gonna buy those too.
I have to tell April that I have to make more room for more Dinobots.
Wait, I had better. Oh, I thought.
What looks bad?
Deem Chalk has newer pictures of that.
That?
Yeah, it's Cliff Jumper.
Because it looks like the one part there. It looks like it's terribly mistransformed. Like
it's a mishmash.
It's almost like they do it on purpose now.
Yeah, it looks like that part there coming across the chest should be going over the head and onto the back or something.
The Dame Chalk pictures they put up, I don't know what they did different, but the feet didn't look like snowshoes. It was today.
Yeah, I just saw it. It was like popped up on my feed.
Still looks bad.
The proportions are so weird because the arms are so short. Looks like which is exactly how the Bumblebee is.
I mean, the head sculpt looks really good.
Yeah, he's still a mess.
Yeah.
But the feet look better somehow. They don't look like
better than
the Bumblebees.
Oh,
they don't stick out as far. I feel like they don't.
Maybe because they're squared more instead of being rounded.
Maybe.
But yeah, look at all that crap, man. Nothing's changed. Weird.
Okay, yeah, that chest definitely looks.
Fans Toys Parkour are gonna blow that shit out of the water.
Oh yeah,
I got no doubt about that.
Ugh.
So I don't think just for in the interest of time, so we're not sitting here until 1:00 in the morning. I wasn't gonna go over all this shit because there's just so many of them, but X Transbots went on some crazy, like over the last couple weeks, some crazy Diaclone repaint, like on the Cliff Jumper, the Wind Chargers, now Hoist and Trailbreaker. And did you see all the Omnibots? They did them for Omnibots too. It's crazy ass like color schemes and all that shit. And I'm in on some of them.
I wonder if this is just like we gotta help pay for some of these new figures.
And kind of help pay for the Cup reissue.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. Because for as many people that look at this that are like, why, there's going to be a ton of people that are going to get them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they said Fans Toys was doing, throwing in a reissue here or there.
Yeah.
You know, that was just all like, you already had the mold, you already have all that stuff. Like, it's already developed, it's already been run before, so just rerun it and it makes more money.
Yeah.
Which helps pay for development costs on, you know, the new stuff.
I'm surprised they didn't do some of the obvious recolors of Fans Toys I'm talking about. Didn't do some of the obvious like retools and recolors, like the 6-shot. Like we never got a great shot out of the 6-shot, and a great shot really wouldn't have been that hard to do. Chest piece, new head, and I think instead of a wolf, he's a bull or a rhino or some shit
like that.
Like, so it would have been 3 pieces and a new paint job, and you know that people are into the Japanese stuff. But
I'm still waiting for my black Skyfire. I mean, they did a clear, they did a, you know.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did a clear one. You're right.
Metallic. Why can't I get a black one?
So Yeah, we won't go over all of them, but they definitely lay some repaints on us. That's a Diaclone hoist, by the way. I'm in.
Toe line.
I'm in.
See, I'm not in. It has to be really good. Like I'll do the Diaclone Hasbro stuff that comes out because it's only like, $25-$30, but this stuff, at $100 a piece or whatever, it's gotta be G1 from the TV show from when I was a kid, or it's gotta be really good, something that blows me away. That was like, I really like it in those colors. I gotta have it.
Yeah.
This purple, yellow. This doesn't do it for me.
I used to collect that way, and then I fell down like the micro change Diaclone hole when it came to MPs, and then I started collecting them. And the skids, I forgot I left those out. They also did a bunch of skids repaints. They did the black skids and the 2 versions of the red skids.
So which one's Shout?
Shout is the black skids.
And what's that from?
That is a Diaclone.
A Diaclone.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the Diaclone skids. I wish there was a Blackout that wasn't the movie Blackout. Like I wish some third party would do like a some Blackout, G1 third party thing and call it Blackout so we could have Blackout and Shout. That would be awesome without incorporating any Bayverse horseshit, because this is no good for anybody. But
but it's stylized.
Yeah,
in the style of shit.
Anybody got any other toy news besides all that shit?
I'm trying to think, like, if you covered a lot. So I remember there was the cliff jumper mess.
Yeah,
seeing that, and I remember the whole X-Transbot distraction from reality. But I can't think of anything else that there was a couple of figures like Jujutsu Kaisen got a new figure. They went up for pre-order. Man,
who's that?
It was the chick from the anime. It's the anime I told you to watch.
Oh, okay. You
should watch it.
Did you see that tank? The sci-fi something or other, or whoever did that. They did that jet that it wasn't a Transformer property. It was just like it was really like Robotech.
Oh yeah,
and they did a helicopter.
Yeah.
Did you see the tank?
Yes,
the tank's pretty dope.
They look really cool.
Yeah, they do look cool.
Yep. That's the other anime I was watching, that Mars Survivor Nadesco anime or whatever. It's like a combination of all these other different animes from the 90s. But I saw that. It was pretty cool. I can't think of anything else. Levy, can you think of any other toy news? I don't think. No. Move over to QA.
I want to ask Andrew one question real quick. How long is your pre-order list right now with wherever you get your pre-orders from?
Pretty long.
Yeah, mine's out here. Mine's a little outrageous. Yeah. And there's a lot of shit, by the way, on that list that was due out this year. I know you're going to laugh at that shit, but there was a lot of stuff that, some of the Fansoy shit, some of the X-Transbot shit, and then there's other stuff on there. Like I'm waiting for that, who's that other outfit that did the Star Saber? Damn it, what were they called? Iron Trans. Remember that Iron Trans Star Saber? I tried to get in on the second run, and that's just been due out next month for like the last year. And they were supposed to do a Victory Leo too, and they never did.
Oh, Jed.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on the Super 7 G.I. Joes?
I did pre-order the Cobra Commander, and that was just like a one-off thing. So I had Cobra Commander like really cool looking
cartoon accurate.
Very cartoon accurate. But I saw that they announced Destro and Baroness and stuff like that. Oh, shout out to Will, by the way, for doing the Cobra Commander and band for Halloween. That
was pretty good.
I can only imagine them like rolling up and throwing the voice down, on somebody.
Once a man.
What the hell was I gonna say now? Oh, but yeah, I saw the Destro and the Baroness and stuff. Looks like Destro comes with a lot of accessories. But I'm out on G.I. Joe completely. So
I don't remember the Baroness being blue like that. Was she blue?
If you go back and look at those G1 G.I. Joe episodes, they're black with sometimes a shade of blue. Like that.
I remember Snake Eyes being bluish.
Yeah. It's just to so it didn't mix in with the outline.
Oh, G.I. Joe Classified, stylized.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Modernized. Okay,
Sounds
so
like
we
a
have a
shout-out.
couple comments here. This is from Doors. Doors says, hello. What's going on, Doors? How you doing? Says, what's up, guys? I hope you're all doing great and having a ruddy marvelous Friday night. With no word from Fans Toys at TFCon about the last Stunticon or Aerial Bots, but seeing newer characters revealed, it seems to point at them still having engineering issues. At this point, how would you feel about them releasing the final bots without a combined mode or additional parts to save on cost and just have them for individual modes, or are you waiting to have them in combined mode? And do you think we'll see an update on this before Jay gets his Virtus?
Yes. It's all that.
Thanks as always for the continually excellent content. Shout out to the chat squad. Go Birds!
Go Birds! Attaboy. In answer to his question, selfishly, the aerial bots, I don't care if they combine because they're going to be my individuals. But the Menace, I'm waiting for a Menasor. So them, I do want to combine. So I think in the interest of like being fair to everybody, like if they're a combiner, they have to combine. They have to figure this out. And at this point, honestly, I don't even give a shit if it's just a skeleton that is sturdy, that can stay together, and you just plug the rest of the shit in there. I just want my damn combiners. I know you hate that.
Is it really a combiner at that point?
That's what Menasor is going to be exactly that. Menasor is going to be a skeleton. Well, just like DX9 did it that way.
Yeah, but
they actually did it out of the trailer. Yeah. So the Fans Toys thing might just end up being like, here's this fucking skeleton. And I'm right with it. I really am. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no, I think if they were to release that without a combined mode, I think, you know, even if half of their buyers just wanted it for robot mode, they're still cheating the other half of their buyers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because they marketed them as a combiner. They showed combined modes.
You're right.
So you're right. They have to figure this out. This is
it's a fail if they don't find a way to get them to combine and to be adequate as a combiner. That's a fail from a company that you don't expect fails out of.
See, my question is though, wouldn't they have had this all ironed out before they even started production on the first figure?
You would think so. Yeah, you would think so.
I mean, because that's a pretty significant and central concept to the entire team. You'd think you'd want to have that ironed out before you went into production.
Yeah, this is definitely not like the old days, man, of third party, because like, man, I remember
fast and loose and just like by the seat of their pants, like, we'll fix it in post.
Right.
It's that Fans Toys magic, like that BioWare magic.
I remember.
It's like video games. Just throw it out there. We'll fix it with patches.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember exactly where I was when I saw Toy World Constructor for the first time. You didn't see Hook, you know, or whatever. You saw like they just came right out of the gate. Like,
oh no, we didn't, but they had. I'm sure they had that all figured out.
Toy World. No, we saw the combiner right away. We saw the combiner gray prototype. Right out of the gate.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They had that shit ironed out.
Yeah,
from the jump.
And I remember they had him in like different poses and shit too. It wasn't like here's some shit where we set him and quick took a picture of him before he fell over. Like, you know, they had him in all kinds of poses and everything.
Yeah,
it would be pretty disappointing. Like, that'd be a major disappointment. Like, you know how pissed off people were at X-Transbots over that trailer would pale in comparison to the...
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a major fox pause.
Yeah, because the thing with Fans Toys is that like the bar's higher for them. I disagreed with whatever that word was. Would you say it?
I said it would, and that would be a major fox pause.
Yeah, fox pause. Yeah, you know.
I was hoping someone was gonna be like,
what's
correct
fox
me.
pause?
Yeah. Faux pas.
See, look at how he goes right into Doors mode.
Faux pas.
He's saying faux pas.
It's not fox paws. It's faux pas.
It's Chahos, not chaos.
It's not Leviosa. It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa.
Charles.
It's not Jed Vargo. It's Jed Vargo.
Tell me about the Fans Toys combiners, Charles.
Charles,
the bar is in a different place for Fans Toys. You know, you'd expect this out of
Well,
Maybe,
I mean,
Impossible toys.
Out of Impossible Toys, yeah, but
in their defense, right? It's their first combiner, correct?
yeah,
All the more reason to have them ironed out before they went into production.
yeah.
You know what's funny is
You
like,
don't send a shitty leadoff hitter up to the plate.
what looks great in design doesn't always work in an application, and that's probably maybe a problem that they're having.
Well, I'm not even suggesting how. I'm suggesting that they should have had like working prototypes of all 5 figures in a combined mode before they even started production.
So this is rumor, right? I don't think it's actually been
That's the other thing too. I'm not
mentioned
sure how.
that they're having engineering problems.
Yeah, I'm not sure
it could be
the
perfect,
veracity of that.
but it could be a production issue or a shipping issue or something else like that.
Yeah.
Or
Or a COVID issue.
I think, and
I don't know.
especially with X-Transbots, but I think that majority of these reveals that you keep seeing all the time is just distraction away from them not putting product out.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't have anything, any news, any reveals or anything to keep interest in their company, you would forget about them because there's nothing coming out. And the reason why there's anything coming out is because of all the economy, the COVID, the fucking not having enough workers, not having shipping being too expensive,
Ships sitting in for 10 days.
stuff sitting there, right?
Off port in California.
They're probably running stuff or doing other things in a factory that makes them better money, and that's coming first. And I think that the reason why you see all of these renders for all these new figures and everything like that
to keep your interest.
is just a fucking distraction from the fact that they have nothing putting out. And like I said, it's rumor until they actually come out and say, hey, we're having some problems with some shit. We'll let you know when the next fucking figure in the combined mode is done. It's all conjecture at this point.
Yeah.
I would think that Fans Toys, being a reputable company, probably had something done. They probably found some QC issues with things, and they're fixing them.
Yeah.
And I think they're probably waiting to run everything and stuff like that until after the Chinese New Year, when all this stuff starts to clear up a little bit more with the economy. So they're not paying fucking 3-4 times as much for shipping and all this other shit, and don't want to start charging more money to their vendors and stuff for products that they, want to complete the whole fucking group and stuff. That's my opinion.
That sounds 110% believable. All that shit. The only thing that doesn't sit well with me, if that is the case, is that there's no open communication with the fan base that at the end of the day is paying for all this.
Did they really have any though to begin with?
A fan base?
No. Communication with the fan base.
I'm not.
Because I know X-Transbat has fucking Keith, who's on message boards and says, oh, where's this, where's that, and he comments and stuff like that.
I think that Dally and JJ.
Do they have a PR?
Yeah. Well, he's
but they don't have
on message boards and stuff.
But they don't have like a Facebook page like X-Transbots does, where they're showing, communicating with people.
I don't mean like where you're taking Q&A from people and stuff. I'm just saying that like for people that have already spent $400 on, or maybe even more than that, or close to that, 180 I think Road King was. So yeah, around a little bit over $400 for these 3 pieces that they expect these. You know what I mean? That's not chump change.
Well, I mean, if you look at
at least tell people what's going on.
Look at Zeta. Remember when Zeta came out? You guys got the limbs, and we were joking about the last figure, and it was a little while before they came out, and we are like, how much? It's gonna be $350.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
So that was a while before you guys got the last component. So and then X-Transbots through the whole fucking thing.
We were at least seeing prototypes and shit though, weren't we?
I don't remember. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Or hearing something. I'm just, the only thing that bothers me is the complete silence. It's like, it's to me, they're doing the equivalent of like, they're just whistling and looking the other way.
What's the last Fans Toys thing that came out?
Do you count that Robot Paradise?
No, before that.
Before that? Damn, what the hell was it, Levy? Was it the Sea Spray? Something came out after the Sea Spray.
I don't know.
The Brawn, maybe?
Was that this past year?
Beachcomber.
Was that last year?
Probably last year.
Yeah, that's a hell of a question.
Yeah, so production issues probably.
Wait, nothing came out from Fans Toys this year?
Not that I know of.
I have to go back and look over shit.
Yeah.
To really tell you the answer to that, but
and look at I'll go back to Transbots.
No, Oh, because I think when did their drag strip come out? That wasn't last year, was it? That had to be this year.
That might have been this year. Yeah, that might have been this year.
Whoever is listening to the show and whoever knows somebody who knows Fans Toys, now's your chance to fucking do a huge MP Action Master.
Yeah, seriously.
Do it. Just put it all together and sell it, and people will fucking.
Oh, did I ever bring that up on the show? Did you see that?
I can't remember if we talked. I know I saw it.
I don't remember if it was I don't know if it was like a Photoshop or like a April Fool's joke that didn't come out in April, but it was definitely an upscaled version of like the design looked exactly like either the Magic Square or the New Age Devastator.
Yeah.
But
it was an Action Master. Are you sure it wasn't like a true reveal, or was it a joke? Or
I don't know.
I think we did talk about it.
We did talk about it.
I think we had the idea that it might have been a custom.
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
But it was like the captions on the picture that I saw made it seem like it was something that was going to go to mass production. You know, had a release date and all kinds of other shit going on. Anything else in Q&A? Thanks, Doris, by the way.
Yeah, man. Long
time listener.
MP Action Masters. Now's your chance. Ugh. Sell tons of money.
Ugh. All right. So this comes from SLB Vlog, good friend Josh Lawrence, and says, I know that Halloween has come and gone in the same way as a TikTok trend, but I heard a rather interesting question. I wanted your 2 cents on it. What horror movie character would you like a crossover with, either Marvel or DC? Personally, Freddy Krueger and Doctor Strange.
Ooh, interesting. See, when you said Freddy Krueger, I thought he was going to say Wolverine. I just pictured a claw fight right away.
And then he says, oh, and happy day before my birthday for me. So, happy birthday.
Who, Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, Josh.
Happy birthday, Josh.
In fact, well, no, he's in Central Time, so he still has half an hour before his birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Josh.
You don't get one from me until your birthday. All right? How's that? I'm kidding. Happy birthday, buddy. But by the time this airs on Monday, it will have been his birthday come and gone.
So we're in the future. So happy belated birthday, Josh. Do you see how the universe works?
Space-time.
Space-time. Oh, was it a Warpath? Was that the one before it?
That was the last batch of bots that came out. So it would have been
Warpath, Braun,
Beachcomber, Braun, Thomas. It would have been, and then the other. That's not the Sea Spray, but their Sea Spray was among the batch of.
So we had that back in May.
That was in May. Yeah.
Okay, so there was a couple Fans Toys releases, but how long were those sitting in your stash?
That's a good question too.
That is a good question because that was from that stash. If that was in May, because I had that crazy that stash for my birthday. But the only thing of Fans Toys that was in there was the Decepticons, and that was a release, and Sludge and Swoop was a re-release. So yeah, this would have been, but no, these wouldn't have been sitting in my stash that long.
So, well, back to Josh's question. Horror crossover with Marvel and or DC. What you got?
Pass. Mike?
I don't know if it's just because it's fresh in my head because we just talked about Morbius, but I'm thinking like like Dracula, Blade the Vampire Hunter, but like Dracula was in the Blade the Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
Dracula is actually a Marvel character in some.
Yeah. X-Men.
He's also a DC character.
The X-Men fought him.
I guess
that's the wonderful thing about being public domain, I guess.
But if we're talking horror, yeah, like I would think like, like any of the Midnight Sun shit versus any of the Ghost Rider and Hellraiser would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Rider and Hellraiser would be kind of cool.
Or Hellraiser and what's his name from John Constantine?
What? Who?
Hellraiser and John Constantine.
Which character in John Constantine?
John Constantine.
Oh! You mean Hellraiser is John Constantine, the character, versus who? Ghost Rider? Or?
No, Pinhead.
Oh, Pinhead versus John Constantine.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's been good 2 and 2, yeah. I don't know. I my head always keeps going back to, Evil Dead and Ash and stuff and Marvel Zombies, but they did that.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Then I keep thinking, oh, well, like Aliens. Oh, wait. Definitely The Thing, right? John Carpenter's The Thing.
I'm listening.
And let's think of a Marvel character. Man, what would be a good Marvel? Wolverine?
Why Wolverine?
Because he couldn't get taken over. So because his healing factor would kick in.
Interesting.
Kind of like a Brood thing, where the Brood always tries to implant.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I can see him wearing the cowboy hat, being like a McCready character type of thing.
Yeah. And he's from Canada, so he's used to being surrounded by ice at all times.
Yeah, there we go. Thing and Wolverine. There we go.
And wasn't the what was the thing, the test that they did with the metal with the fillings?
Oh, this is in the second movie. Yeah, because if you were cloned and you didn't have any fillings, then it couldn't clone inorganic matter.
So so that would have fit in with his whole skeleton type of thing. Yeah, Wolverine and the Thing. That's a pretty good one too. What else have we got? This is a fun subject. I'm trying to think of Freddy Krueger. I know he went Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange was like
I got it.
In the MCU.
I got it. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Blade and the Vampire Diaries.
That movie would be over in 5 minutes.
I would watch that.
How about Neil Gaiman's Sandman and Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, that's a good
I was
one,
going to
too.
put Freddy Krueger in with a character that wasn't yet in the MCU yet, but I was going to go with Nightmare.
Did they ever do a Spawn Ghost Rider crossover?
I don't think so. They might have.
Punisher and Saw.
Arcade and Saw team up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Suke.
Yeah.
Suke.
Suki and
Snooki.
Rogue.
Snooke. What's next?
Let's see here.
Let's keep this train rolling.
Don't forget, I just wanted to say it before all of us forgot, but Will Bell sent a question to the...
He mentioned it here in the thing.
Oh, okay.
He says, what about the Sky Striker HasLab? Are you in or out, and why?
Have you guys seen it?
I did see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
nice
for
looking.
3 3/4 figures, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
3 and 4.
We just said exactly both answers to his
That
question.
means I'm out.
3 3/4 means
inch.
I'm out, but very cool looking.
Yeah.
And that's a HasLab.
Yeah.
I might just buy that to flip.
To flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Which, by the way, Sentinels are going for $750 on eBay.
Oh, I saw it, man. I know. I'm like,
Sold prices.
I know. I always go into sold price. I wonder, man. So I'm like eyeing these other two that
I wonder if sometimes that's why Hasbro's fucking you. Like, oh, we'll give you one at a time. Scalper. Meanwhile, the other guy's sitting there with 40 in his fucking kitchen lined up in a row.
I should sell the other two Sentinels and just buy all AMC shares with whatever I get.
You have chosen poorly. No, man, I'm down. Just take that one, turn around, fucking sell it. Now I have a free Sentinel. And I've made my money.
They're really cranking out the HasLab projects these days, man,
Good.
aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to get the Rancor, too.
Yeah.
Buy one of those and flip that one.
Not keeping that?
Nah. I don't have anything. I had the display for like the whole Hoth thing with Chewie and Han and the fucking probe droid, and then have like one of those fucking snow speeders kind of flying overhead.
Yeah.
That's like one, and then the other one was like just Luke and Vader on the Empire Strikes Back, type of, scaffolding fight. I guess that'd be scaffolding, walkway fight or whatever.
Yeah.
Type of thing. That's it. All the other fucking Star Wars Black is like, I'm out.
Star Wars is tough, man, because I really like Star Wars, but like in comparison to some of this other shit that we collect, like you You know, Fist of the North Star, for instance, or like you just got in an Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Or, you know, even Thundercats or Silverhawks or some of this other shit that's coming out. There's a very limited cast.
Yeah.
So even if you decide that you're going to be a completionist, you can get 20 different Thundercats or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get in the Star Wars universe, man. It's just so
It's like Legends, man.
vast.
I got just a pile of plastic sitting there. Fucking. I was thinking about getting rid of a lot of my Legends. Maybe just keeping like X-Men or something. I don't know. Depends. But like the wife said, she's like, you keep getting all these boxes and you're running out of room. I'm like, I know. I said,
Getting all these boxes, so you haven't even opened shit yet.
Nah, man.
Wow.
I have like all this stuff and like I went to IKEA to get some more Detolfs and stuff in boxes because those boxes that you got for me, I gave you the wrong fucking number. They were the wrong size. So I had to go back. I took them all back and I was going to get a couple more Detolfs. I was going to get the boxes and they were all out of everything. And every time I checked, they're all out all the time. So I was thinking about instead of getting more Detolfs, I was thinking about getting like a nice wide, like kind of display case and like kind of putting that there instead of the big Final Fantasy display I was going to create and stuff. And then I saw all these ideas where you basically take the closet in the room and you clean it all out. You take the fucking clothing bar down and you make like kind of like a diorama in the closet.
Yeah.
And kind of do it that way. And I was like, oh, I'll just do that. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to look for some other type of display case instead of Detolfs and use those Detolfs for like my Hot Toys and my fucking Final Fantasy Players Kai and all that stuff. So
I saw so there's this one dude, Tommy. I don't know if Tommy listens anymore, but I know he definitely used to. I haven't actually talked to him in a long time, but he's from Canada. Tommy had his Detolfs on their side stacked.
Yeah.
So
I've seen that.
Like where you open up the door like this way and you just have one big shelf going across, which I thought was a really cool idea.
Yeah. I've seen some people turn theirs into hamster cages too, like that same idea.
Yeah.
So just put the bedding in and it's but that's what I was gonna look for, something like about that long, you know, and like kind of tiered up like that. And I was gonna put all my Transformers in there instead of the Detolfs because Detolfs they're hard to fucking fit. You know, I put like fucking Prime and 2 Starscreams in there, and I'm like, I don't have very much room anymore, you know. So I'm like, unless you fucking squeeze them all in there. So I thought, I'll just do the Hot Toys and the more of the 11, 10 to 12 inch figures.
They really work well. Like Hot Toys and 1/6 scale figures really work well in Detolfs. Yeah,
so to figure I'd do that, and then these big guys like the Sentinel, Galactus, and I'm not sure if I'm what I'm going to do with about the third spot. Maybe I'll keep the thing there, Warbitron there or not. But anyway, kind of like in between those Detolfs, I'm going to put those guys there with all the different displays. And that's why I thought I'll have that nice big long display of all the MPs and stuff.
If we ever get this edition done and it ends up being another spot over there, a second part of the basement that I move the collection into, I'm definitely going to rethink the whole Detolf display thing.
Yeah.
And kind of like think, you know, look out for like different kind of cases and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, to me, they're fine. Like I got an A-stance collection because I'm really limited on room, so I can the way that I use the risers and shit to give that bleacher effect and stuff. I can kind of pack a little bit more in without it looking crazy overcrowded.
You're still poking the face though when it comes to the fucking display space because you're still only using half of it because you have the other half boxed out in a triangle instead of it boxed out in a rectangle,
right,
or a square. So it's still, you're still only using half of that space. You could use if you had just a straight off, you know, rectangle display like that.
Yeah.
That was sized the right way. Maybe like 8 inches high shelves or something like that, and you're just going across.
Yeah.
You could probably put all your figures on one wall and have all that space in the middle again.
Yeah, but I would like the bigger space to, like, if I had more space, would like to be able to do more than just an A-stance collection.
Oh yeah, I
agree. And not that they have to be super action poses, but just like something a little more.
Yeah, I've seen people where they took the closet idea and they took the arc and they basically made a whole fucking diorama with all their characters and stuff like that, with the road and the fucking arc sitting out the side of the fucking wall, and you know, like the different tiers that came out, like they probably were floating shelves and they covered them up with fucking like was that foam board stuff and painted it like, brown, like fucking sides of a cliff. And they had like all their characters. Chris Bishop has kind of like his one display like is off the corner of his shelving and he kind of has that around the edging for all his legends and stuff.
His legends, his little like legends display that he put together is one of the coolest little displays I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's awesome
because it's almost like each shelf is like an episode.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, it's like
the way he has it set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the dream setup for me, like if I ever like once I hit the fucking AMC attendees, is gonna be would be like if you ever seen the people that are like toy train enthusiasts and got the entire city and mountainside and all that shit, and the train just goes around the whole thing or whatever. Like I would just like to be able to walk into a room, but instead of walking into a room, you're walking into a world, and the battle's going on around you, which would be pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, you would need a lot more space than they do though, because they're working on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
Well, in 10 years from now, like I said, that whole virtual collection room is going to be a reality with Facebook. So
yeah,
that's where my fucking AMC money's coming from. When I start doing modeling of all the fucking figures. Anyway, so the question was, are we in on the fucking HasLab? Yeah, I think I probably will be just a flip because G.I. Joe is fucking hot right now.
Yeah, I may do the same, but if I do, I'm going to be waiting until the last minute to jump in.
Yeah.
But as far as like keeping it the whole like see, that's the thing, man. I really like the 1/12 scale figures because I realized G.I. Joe's a 3 3/4 figure.
Yeah, but could you imagine a 1/12 scale freaking F-14 Tomcat
or his tank?
I have that fucking snow speeder.
Yeah,
and and that's one's 12 scale, and that fucking thing's huge.
Well,
and that's this big. And I thought to myself one time, I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be really neat if I had a TIE fighter and an X-wing in this scale? Those things would be fucking like.
Well, they
this
made a TIE
big.
fighter in that scale.
I know, they're like fucking this. The X-wing would be like this fucking big, man. It'd be huge.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was fucking big.
Yeah.
So the example is out there. Like they make a Super 7 Thunder tank.
Yeah.
And it's $550.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, they made that what's it called from Aliens? The
APC?
APC. Yeah. So somebody made the APC for the 3 3/4 size, and that's fucking huge. Now it's like $400 or whatever, $500.
Yeah, that's definitely G.I. Joe or like Mask or Star Wars or certain lines or whatever is like, all right, am I in this to collect the vehicles or am I in this to maybe Mask was a bad example because of course you want the vehicles and Mask, but Star Wars and G.I. Joe are the two prime examples I could think of. It's like, am I in this collection for the characters or am I in it for all the cool vehicles?
Yeah,
no one's got to pick one.
And you look at Transformers, the fucking figures are like this big, they're fucking, so the little dudes are like that. That's the only scale they can do.
Yeah. If they were, I was gonna say if they were gonna do Mask, they would have to keep them like 3 3/4 inch or smaller.
Before I forget, shout out to Jason Bryn for buying the fucking self-transforming Optimus Prime and actually telling it to transform and not convert.
Yeah.
Good job, Jason. Thank you for keeping it real.
They said mine's going to be on its way in December.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you bought one?
Yeah, I got it when they put the pre-orders back up.
He's got the AMC.
I got the FOMO because after like when it sold out, when I went on mine, like if I kept refreshing it, it kept coming back up, and then I would try to go to the next page and it would say sold out, and then I'd refresh it, and I'm like, man, I'm getting the FOMO, man. I wish I would have got in. I wish I would have got in, and then like I can't remember how it went down. I probably saw it in the chat somewhere or whatever, and it's like, hey, the self-transforming Prime is back up, and I couldn't go pre-order.
Self-converting.
Self-converting. Yeah, right. Converters. They should do the song.
Is that any more questions?
Robots in costume.
Oh, it's getting into that time of night where everything's funny. Thanks for the question, Will. Will's another long-time listener and good dude.
Any more questions, sir?
Nope. That's
Yay! That was only 5 hours.
You know we do.
God.
And you'll edit it down to 3 because you're that good, Joe.
I don't know, man. Well, this is going to be a tough one. Hopefully. There's a lot of good Jefferson bits in there I don't want to edit out.
We'll Well, edit it down in like 3 hours and then make it like a 4-hour director's cut.
I'll just keep an hour.
The Vargo
Jefferson.
cut.
The Vargo cut.
Release the Vargo
Release
cut.
the Vargo cut.
Yeah. I'm going to the Rhode Island Comic-Con with Brother Kyle, so I gotta try to get 2 hours of sleep before I get up and get in my fucking scorpion costume.
That's like 45 minutes away, right?
That's like it really made me laugh how surprised he seemed at how long the drive was. Like he just saw Comic-Con and was like, fuck it, I'm in.
Why are you going? Just because it's a Comic-Con?
I'm going because it's something to do and Brother Kyle's driving.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, somebody else is driving? Yes, I will sleep in shotgun. Just don't do anything crazy on the way up there. Anybody got anything else to add? Nah, B.
Nah, I'm pretty tired, man.
You good? You good?
I'm good, man.
Enough is enough. Thanks again to Andrew for coming and hanging out with us. Enough's enough. We're out.